What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Eastern,
9
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, we're changing our time back. That's right, everybody. But if you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest. He's the Canadian cartographer, cryptographer, and choreographer of the catalyst of this calamity of a show. Todd Jackson. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hi diddly ho diddly. I'm doing fantastic. That was a mouthful. Holy crap.
Oh my God.
You barely made it through.
I almost fell apart on that one. That was not easy. It's not easy. It takes me some time to come up with all these C's that go with your Canadian heritage. How you doing, man? How was your week?
I'm doing great. It definitely wasn't as exciting as your week. And I was FOMOing like you have no idea.
It was we've had a couple of good, almost 2 weeks of pretty much VR awesomeness, going around and being able to do some pretty damn cool things that we will get into and talk about tonight. But let's bring in our other counterpart, and that would be Chinatown D. What's up, D?
Hi.
Hi, D.
Feel like you're completely shocked. Like, oh, I'm here.
I was trying to get stamps and chat and all that stuff together. So
You're doing
wasn't
good.
prepared.
D. You're doing good. Like I said, we haven't done a show in 2 weeks, so it takes a little bit to get back into the swing of things, right?
Little rusty.
Yeah, we're a little rusty, you know. I tripped up on Todd's intro, you know.
This is a no judge zone.
That's it. Things happen. But I just want to say thank you guys for being here tonight. We appreciate it. I would apologize that we haven't been here the last couple of weeks, but there's just been a lot going on, and trying to participate as much as we can in the VR world, and hopefully we'll bring you guys tonight some info on Gamescom and DevCom and some of the cool things that myself and Skiba got up to in Germany and in London. Because Todd, we got a chance to go to London and hang out with some pretty awesome people that we don't really usually get a chance to see. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
But let's do this. Let's say hello to the chat because we have a ton of stuff to cover tonight. We have a dog barking. That must be your dog.
It's definitely not.
Did you get a dog?
Already trying to point the finger, and we're not even 5 minutes into the show.
I mute my dog.
Did you get a dog, D?
No. I can barely afford myself, let alone a dog.
Who doesn't want a dog? Dogs are great. All right, let's say hello to this amazing chat. We have Bluebell is here. What is going on, Bluebell? How you doing? PDX VR is here. Let's see. Mepper is here. Assassin 32 VR. Techno Glitch. Mickey Bear. What's up, Mickey? How you doing, man? Destiny 11. Bacardi B. Chris Oakes says, sup, guys. What's up, Chris? Jonathan Clark is here. Dan Kim. Michelle B. Did I say Michelle B? I'm not sure, but I'll say it again. Mr. Tasselhoff is here. Let's see. Goddess Robin is here. What is up, Robin? How are you doing? Fourth Wall Breaker, Obscure Nerd VR. What is up, Andy? How you doing, man? Did you see, Todd, that Andy, Obscure Nerd, starred in his first commercial for was it for Domino's? I think it was for Domino's.
I thought it was Boston Pizza, but maybe
no, it was Little Caesars. Was it Little Caesars? It was it was either Little Caesars or Domino's.
Yeah.
But he did a great job. He had he had an awesome line in the beginning, and he did a super great job with it. And congratulations, cool. Andy, for he's like a movie star.
He's famous.
But what's going on? Thanks for coming by. Sim is here. Traveling Man 3775. Alakazam. Let's see. Creeper Betty VR is here. What's up, Betty? How are you doing? Man, I miss Betty. I haven't been able to play any VR for weeks, and I miss hanging out with Betty and talking and playing some VR. And Samson 143 VR is here. What is going on, dude? How are you doing? Awesome Tatum is here. What's up, Tate? How you doing, man? Todd, Orland Hooper's here, my friend.
Orland Hooper's jacked, yo.
You
He
know-
is jacked. I love Orland Hooper.
Yeah, she does.
What?
What? That's just an odd spot for that.
It's not me, dude. Not me.
Are you now you're regretting that you said that?
You
As-
forced me to, dude.
Me? Well,
I got to
don't
go
think-
back through the things and do like Howard Stern does and just clip a whole bunch of things that Dee said and just make a whole sentence of things that she wouldn't normally say.
That would be
Oh.
awesome. Yes, let's definitely do this. Let's see. Who else do we have here?
Two creators here.
Thank you. We have a Restream Bots Facebook user says hi. The
Excellent.
Lisa
Academy.
Dormuth.
Ooh, excellent.
Nice, awesome. We have the Academy of Language and Therapy and Life Coaching is here. It says Aloha. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Let's see. Holy moly, yeah, I see Mike Newton. Yeah, Virtual Strangers. We got some Wes is here. Brandon VR is here. Bacardi B, I already said. All right, I think we're up to date. Chris 9989 is here. I think that was it. All right, guys, thank you for coming in and hanging out tonight. I am, as you can see, not at home. I am staying with some family here in the amazing Tampa area. Todd D did my final walkthrough, signed my papers, bought a new house.
Excellent.
Done deal. Like we were over there just checking it out, like walking through again, like 20 minutes before show started. And that's it, man. We're in. And like I've got to go back to New York tomorrow, take a flight to home tomorrow, and I will be in my studio next week. But that will probably be the last time ever that I'll be coming to you guys next Thursday from my current studio in New York. And then next time you see me, hopefully I'll have my new studio set up. I don't know exactly, but it'll be in that house anyway. So yeah, I mean, we're in a bit of a transition. I came home directly from Europe and came here to kind of get this done today. And yeah, that's it. I'm a Floridian now, guys.
That's cool. And you're going to go back to New York for a couple days and then put all the rest of your crap in a U-Haul and drive down to Florida.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
adventure.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly home tomorrow, and I'll be at my house, kind of packing things up and getting things kind of fully moved, like this weekend, and then all of next week. Super busy time right now for Impact, so I'm gonna kind of put my move off until the following weekend. But I'll be in my studio for during the week, just kind of finishing packing. But then right after our show next Thursday, I'll be loading up the truck D and moving to Beverly. Well, actually, no, I'll be moving to Florida, but. So
I wish I had that song. I could just push the button. Damn it!
I know, right? I know. So yeah, I mean, so I got the taste of Florida. Flying back in here, of course. Hurricane Idalia.
Yeah.
Was playing havoc with me already. It's like, hey, welcome to Florida as we throw a hurricane on you. So
welcome to the hurricane capital of the world.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was about 30 hours of traveling yesterday, trying to just finally get back home. But we're here now, and let's talk a little bit about what we were doing away, and that was Gamescom. And I'll kind of go through what we saw at Gamescom and what we were able to kind of do. So, for those who may not know, Gamescom is, I would say that E3 is gone now. I think this is the largest gaming expo in the world, held in Cologne, Germany. And it's pretty damn amazing. It's basically like the size of CES. If anybody has ever been to CES or Consumer Electronics Show, it's 10 different halls, guys, and these halls are humongous. It takes you hours to just go through one hall, and there's 10. There's 2 floors on each hall. So there's hall 10.1, which is the top floor, and 10.2, which is the bottom floor, and there's 10 of them full of games. From indie games to huge studios to board gaming to pretty much anything you can think of. They have, they're there and they're showing off everything, and they have quite a bit of VR, man. There's a lot. There's a lot more than I kind of thought there would be, which is great.
And that's good to hear, because when we were, back here in Boring Land, while you were off in the wonderful worldness of Gamescom, yes, I was FOMOing like crazy. there was lots of tweets and stuff from other game channels and stuff that said there wasn't a lot of VR present. So I'm glad to hear that it was adequately represented.
Yeah, and here's the issue with Gamescom, and I get why some people would say this. And if you don't look properly, or if you don't consider like indies to be a game, I mean, you're not going to find them because they're obscure. And what happens is they're all over the place. And as I said, this place is huge, and is there like myself and Skivo we had one whole morning where we didn't book any appointments, where we were able just to walk around, and we started walking the floor, and you're in no specific place. You're just in an area of, one of the halls, and oh, there's just somebody with a VR headset. What the hell game is that? Never heard of it. Let me jump in. And that's where you
cool.
find them. So if you don't go looking for them and you don't know they're there, you're not going to find them.
Easy to miss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So one of the biggest ones that we found was a PlayStation VR 2 game called Overdark. And this was a horror game that was absolutely amazing. Myself and Skiva both got a chance to get into the demo, and it was pretty damn awesome, man. I mean, this is from a small studio. They did another game. I don't remember the name of it. I'm trying to remember now, for the PlayStation VR 1. It was another horror game. I can't remember the name of it, but they did a great. The demo was fantastic. I mean, it looked really, really good. Real scary. A lot of flashlights. Horror, but I mean, flashlights in VR look freaking great when they're done right. And this one looked really good. The demo was great. Everything performed properly. Called Overdark. Would have never known it was there. I've never heard of it. Just happened upon them. You know what I mean? So
that's cool.
That's what you get with a lot of these. A lot of these things. And there was other big games there too. I mean, Hubris was there. But you had to go find Hubris. To me, guys, what they need is they need to make these. They need to bring it into a hall and just have it be the VR, XR, MR hall. You know what I mean? And kind of like CES does. So CES has stuff scattered about too, but they have a whole hall that's just for XR.
The primary VR space. Yeah. You can find VR stuff scattered around, but the bulk of it is in one spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes to gaming, though, don't you think that if flat gamers who just said, "Oh, fuck, screw VR, I don't care about VR," wouldn't go there, right? Like we had this conversation earlier today, and I kind of think that might be true. Like if it's a happenstance where you're just walking down and you see this Overdark, and the flat gamer's like, "What the hell? Let's try it." Holy shit, VR is awesome.
Yeah,
if it was in a hall, would they just stay away from it?
I mean, I would hope not. I would hope the technology is cool enough that they would want to go, hey, this, I want to go check VR out. I mean,
it should also almost be like if they had like the big, massive halls, like you're saying, and the VR booth was right in the middle.
I would be cool with that.
Games around the outside so that it couldn't be bypassed. You know what I mean? Like it couldn't be forgotten in Hall B that nobody went to.
No avoiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
that
to
would
go
be cool.
it. Yeah, it's just a good idea to have them somewhere where they're together. You know what I mean? So like I said, there's probably VR stuff that we missed because we just didn't have the opportunity to go everywhere. We were extremely busy going from appointment to appointment, and we're going to cover. We'll talk about some of the things that we saw, the bigger titles, but there was just a ton of small titles. There was a little little mech game that I've seen before. I saw it at last year's Gamescom, and that's Trick Shot or something like that. Cool game. Has a very Borderlands style of look to it. You're in a mech. It's just like a wave-based shooter. It looks super good. Played it last year on the Quest, but they had a PlayStation VR 2 build this year. So I thought it was awesome. Looked really good. But I'm like, guys, launch the game already. Literally launched the game. I did this exact same demo last year. I'm like, there's a year. What are you waiting for? Get this thing launched. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I would like to, here's the deal. A lot of these developers, they need to do a better job of getting in touch with like the media, the media and press, and the creators that are there for the shows, and let them know where you are. Like, there's just not enough of that. Like, I mean, there's a few there's a few developers that have PR firms that are reaching out to like me or some of the other big creators to let them know where you are, but most of them don't, and then you just miss them. So so I can get it. Like some some of these other creators that just didn't have time to just scour the floor for games, I could see where they were like, there's no VR here, but it just really wasn't the case. There was more here this year than there was last year.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We are live on TikTok. We've had TBC Gaming's on TikTok and just sent a
Hey.
marvelous confetti and a bunch of hearts. Super cool. But
No
apparently
idea what
we're
that
having an
means, but
audio
awesome.
issue on TikTok, so I am trying to sort that out.
Nice.
Anyone?
Where'd he go?
Over there.
Let's see.
Michelle B wants to know if you tried out Powerwash.
Right.
Yeah, so let's get into it. I did. I went to the In Dreams booth and I tried Powerwash VR. Myself and Skiba both had a chance to play it, and it didn't suck. It's not.
I'm so surprised.
I don't know if I would run back to this game to play it, but it's an extremely early version of the game that I played. It's got a very cool demo. I mean, is it like high on my list of games that I'm going to go run and play? Probably not, but I wasn't.
Right.
I didn't put the headset on and go, "Wow, this is garbage," and take it off. Like, I think it's well done. I think if you like these type of games, I think you're going to like it. I think this game makes more sense in VR than it does flat, because what you're doing in virtual reality, like it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, you actually even have to you have to grab a ladder and like climb up on the ladder and get spots you can't see from the ground, and you have to move the ladder around, and it's pretty cool. I mean,
is it satisfying as it looks? Because like everyone who plays it seems to be in love with this fact that you can just sit there and
yeah, I mean,
clean.
I guess there is a sense of satisfaction with something like this. I don't know.
It's definitely not your game, but there's a market for it, right? Like,
yeah, like I said, I think if you like this type of game, like if you're into Power Wash Simulator, I don't see why you'd ever play it flat. Doesn't make any sense to me in any way whatsoever.
right.
But it's kind of cool. I mean, it makes sense in VR because again, you're physically doing it. You have haptics in the controllers, so it feels like you're spraying a power washer. And I guess there is like a sense of like, I don't know, accomplishment, I guess, when you're spraying and you're cleaning everything, and you're gonna have different environments to clean in, and
That's when Nathan was like climbing up on a step stool or something so he could get on top of a garbage can or something. He was spray painting or something. Yeah.
It's it doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck.
Like
that's a glowing review from Eric Master.
Yeah. I was talking to one of the developers, and I'm like, I guess I could see where it would be like. Now, here's one thing I did like. Co-op. So you can get in and power wash with a friend, which is cool, and you'll have like music that you can play in there, which is cool.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it did co-op.
Yeah, co-op and music. So like I could see like putting on a cool, putting on your favorite soundtrack, or putting in some good music and going in there with a buddy and like hanging out, or just talking and doing something like power washing. I don't know. I'd rather stick hot fork in my eye, but maybe.
Dude, damn, dude. It wouldn't make it any better listening to like your hairband,
Ooh, yeah,
right.
like a little Def Leppard or something, like a little Whitesnake.
Like you and Tech can get in there and he can pour some sugar on before you while you power wash a RV. I don't know.
Karaoke power wash? That could be a new thing, D. Could be a new thing.
Karaoke power wash.
Yeah, I mean the idea is it doesn't completely suck.
Power karaoke, man.
Yeah. Power yoki.
All right.
I'm down.
Simmer.
I'm down. You know who loves power yoki?
No, buddy.
My mom.
Yeah, she does. Stop. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
It doesn't even make sense. I just want to hear D go, yes.
You just wanted to hear
No.
it.
It's my favorite part of the show now, D.
But what about Orlin Hooper's jacked, yo?
He is
Orlin
jacked.
Hooper's jacked, yo.
See, that's much
He
better
is.
than me.
Well, we could do the Tribe Grey Wolf.
It's Grey Wolf.
Like a boom, 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 boom,
I haven't seen a Grey Wolf sighting in chat in, well, I guess I was going to say a couple weeks, but we haven't been here in a couple weeks, so that's
Yeah, I
probably
know, right?
Kinda goes with it, hand in
How dare
hand.
you? How dare you besmirch the Grey Wolves for not being here, even though
I
they're not
know,
here?
right?
Maybe they were
Probably-
here. We just
probably
weren't here.
streaming.
We
fucking
weren't here to
Ghost
see
War.
them. That was the problem. I
That's
see
right,
Jay Brat is in chat. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Assassin 32 VR is here. What's going on?
So what
yeah.
other gems did you run into while you were moseying around the halls of Gamescom?
So one of the coolest I did a couple mixed reality, actually quite a few mixed reality, a lot of mixed reality this year, which we kind of thought was coming, right? You know, I mean, we've been saying all along that Quest Pro, we think, is the entryway for developers into making mixed reality. And what do we see at this year's Gamescom, which I didn't see almost anything last year, and that was a lot of mixed reality. Probably the coolest mixed reality I saw was our friends at Soul Assembly from Drop Dead the Cabin, one of D's favorite games.
I can't
We
wait.
Been there in
saw-
a while, dude.
Yeah, we saw basically it's called Drop Dead the Cabin Home Invasion. And basically it's you in pass through mapping out your living room, your environment.
No.
And what happens is your wall becomes a door or a window or several different areas, and the zombies start breaking in through your
Nope.
own living room.
Nope.
Yeah, climbing
Um,
over your furniture and
That's one of the coolest things. You can
Nope.
actually
Yeah.
map your couch, and so if you have a couch in your living room, wherever you are, the zombies just can't pass through it. They have to jump over it to get to you, which is so cool, man. I mean, anytime you do
It sounds
that,
cool, but I'd be scared to go back into my
He's like,
living
"I'm
room
out."
again. Nope.
there's a
Wow.
game called Zombies Noir that I did. It's from an indie developer that was at CES, and I did a video for it, I don't know, a few months back. And it's very similar to that, but without the furniture part. But I put little cutouts in my wall, and then the zombies come in. You can actually poke your head through the wall to see their world that they're in and stuff. So I'm
This
looking to see
one's-
what Drop Dead can do, because their budget
Yeah.
obviously is way higher. It's
Yeah,
just
this one's a
different
lot like
class of
that.
game,
Yeah, this one's a lot like that, but this one's good.
but better. Yeah,
But it's good, yeah.
that's
The other
gonna be
one's
cool.
good. Yeah, it's really cool. It's one of the better mixed reality experiences that I've done. And what was even cooler, it's just not them coming through like a portal in your own environment. As the level starts to increase and they start to get faster and come at you more, they actually start to damage your environment around you. So it's not just the door. All of a sudden, they're starting to break through a wall in your own
Oh,
living room.
cool.
And then all of a sudden, you
can't
see
wait to
your
try
your wall collapses in your living room, and then you see zombies. You see a portal into like the zombie world, and you can see them
Yeah.
coming through at you. At one point, you're going to kind of get rescued, right, by a helicopter if you last long enough.
Right.
And your roof, your ceiling
No
breaks
way.
apart, and you look up and you can see the helicopter above you.
That's
Soul
awesome.
Assembly is doing a really good job with the cabin. They've really put a lot into this title, and yeah, that was one of the cooler MR experiences I got a chance to do. We got a chance to try a game that kind of took me and Skiva by surprise. And I thought it was fantastic, but Skiva absolutely fell in love with this title. It's called Outta Hand, Outta Hand.
Right.
And this game is like it's Gorilla Tag, but in a platformer setting. So the movement is kind of like Gorilla Tag, where you don't really have legs. You're this alien creature, and basically you move by like Gorilla Tag movement with your arms. Kind of like No More Rainbows, Todd, but where that
Better.
game sucked, this game
'Cause
is
that
actually
game was
good.
terrible.
Yeah, the movement of No More Rainbows was like clunky and like slow
frustrating.
and frustrating. This is the opposite of that. It's like super satisfying, fast, really good. You can fling yourself all over the place, and you have to get from spot to spot. And you you can punch enemies, and you have like these elastic arms, which is super cool. we were doing the demo, and usually you get into these demos, you do your 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and you're like, you're ready to come out, right? Because you've done your demo and it's short and you're ready to get out. Skiba didn't want to come out. They had to pull. They were like, okay, I think we gotta go. Like Skiba was like wanting to keep playing. Like if we didn't have another appointment, I think he would have just stayed there and kept playing it.
That's funny. Let's check it out while you're talking about it.
Oh yeah, you got the
Ew.
cool.
So that's your little character. That's you.
Yeah.
Oh, I see how the movement works then, because your legs are like your arms are your legs. Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and like it's like a platformer. You can kind of like throw yourself
cool.
around and like.
So it's not like Gorilla Tag. It's the movement. Is
No,
Gorilla
the
Tag,
movement.
but that's
Exactly.
it. I
the
got
movement.
you.
Yeah, to me, I would say it's more like Jupiter Grad.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Than Gorilla Tag.
I'm good.
without the grapples.
Yeah, I actually think I like the movement better here than even Jupiter Grad.
Yeah, that looks cool. Still development coming later this year.
Yeah, coming soon.
Cool.
Was a lot of fun. The art style looks really good. Coming to Quest. Liked it a lot. Liked it a really lot.
Cool.
Let's see. What else do we see?
J. Brett says it sounds like Stilt, and yes,
Stilt. I don't know what Stilt is. Stilt. Don't know. Is Stilt a game?
Yeah, there's a demo on App Lab, and it's almost exactly the same type of movement where you're a little dude with long arms. And
very cool. I'm down.
The 3D adventure platformer. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I liked it a lot. It took me by surprise because these are not my kind of games. I mean, I like platformers, but I don't really care for Gorilla Tag very much in the movement, and I hated the movement in No More Rainbows. So I kind of get in there and I'm like, I'm probably not gonna like this, but I'll definitely give it a shot. And then I got into it and I'm like, this is really, really good. And I was playing it on a Quest Pro that they had, and Skiba was playing on a Quest 2. And like I said, he had a blast. Like he didn't want to come out of it. Like he really did it. It was really cool for him.
That's cool.
Yeah. What else? Todd, we have a video for a fast travel game. Fast travel had two games, and one of them can't talk about. Had to sign an NDA. Doesn't have a name. They didn't tell me a name. I don't think it's given a name yet. It's multiplayer experience from fast travel. That's all I can say about that one. Other than the fact that it was freaking amazing. But the one game I did get to play that I had a lot of fun in, had a full 35-40 minute demo.
Oh wow.
And that was Vampire the Masquerade. You want to run that trailer?
Venice, Italy. Felt like I was back on square one. Hiding in the night. I didn't want to get dragged into this. But the guilty must be punished. You'd do well to remember that. Because if you don't, I'll make things very uncomfortable for you.
This game is badass, guys. This game is badass. Demo was freaking amazing. This is a stealth game where it makes you feel like a freaking vampire, man. I mean, you feel like you can do, like you're a badass and you can do whatever you want until you get spotted. And then
is it kind of like free roam, like you can go anywhere you want, or is it like a Rails game but not Rails? Like they're stonewalling you down an alleyway because you can't go anywhere but that way, but you can go that way on your own pace, kind of thing.
So that's a great question. It's kind of in the middle. Like it's linear to the fact that you're going to eventually have to go where they want you to go.
Right.
But how you get there, how you get there, what enemies you take down first and how you take them down are completely up to you. And strategy of where you go, how you get there, and what order you kill your enemies in is absolutely going to play a part in how well you can get through the level. Because again, it's stealth until you're ready to make your kill. And if you get spotted either in the middle of your kill or before your kill, you will get overwhelmed and you will die. I mean, there's
So
not
they come
many.
for you when they see you.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wow.
There's not many demos that you do in these. I mean, you've been there. You've done demos
Mhm.
of games at PAX or whatever. They try and put you in a fairly easy part. All right. I mean,
Right.
you're kind of learning the system really quick. You only usually have 15, 20 minutes. If you're lucky, you get a half hour. But here they gave us some time because I think they wanted us to know that this game is not going to be easy. This is not going to be a walk in the park. This is not going to be, it's no big deal, stealth it unless you don't want to, and then you can just kill everybody anyway, kind of like Espire is.
Right.
Like Espire is like stealth, but if you don't stealth, there's really no like super big penalty if you don't. You can pretty much shoot your way through it if you need to.
Right.
Here, you cannot like just openly start killing. You'll get seen and they'll come after you and you'll be dead. So it literally is all about movement, staying in the shadows, moving to different places. And again, you feel like a badass being able to move. Your attacks are amazing. You have several different ways to attack.
Just out of curiosity, is there a way to get through a level or close to through a level without killing anyone? Can you just stealth your way past people?
100%.
That's
And
cool.
like you will gain like trophies for doing that, I think. So yeah. Actually, hold on. I'm getting a couple of different games confused. That might be Arashi. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that question here. I think because the levels I played, I had to kill enemies just to get through them because there was so many, but you may be able to do it without it. I have to get back to you on that one. I'd have to check with fast travel. I'd like to be sure before I say that.
Yeah. I know GQ played it today and released a video today.
I'm getting confused because I know there was a game. There was a game I demoed, and I did demo Arashi, which we'll talk about in a minute. And both of them are kind of like the same thing, where you have to, it makes sense for you to try and stealth it. But I don't remember. I think it was Arashi that like gave you trophies for getting through without killing anybody.
Gotcha.
But it was super cool. Bluebell says, Eric, I thought you didn't like stealth games. I like stealth games when they're done properly and they still make me feel like a badass. It's the ones that, two things. If I don't have to stealth and there's no penalty for me to stealth, I ain't going to stealth. I'll just go through and kill everything. But if you make me stealth and you make me feel like a badass and you make it challenging, I'm there. Like, D, where do you sit with the stealth game? Are you like not a stealth? I was a huge fan of Phantom Covert Ops. Did you play that game?
I have, I'll try any game, as long as if a game can hold my attention, I'll play it,
Yeah. I like
with Aspire
good
2, it was the type where you could run and gun or you could be stealthy. There wasn't a whole lot of reason to be stealthy other than just being badass and being stealthy. I played the whole game stealthy because I wanted to. And it wasn't until I was probably 3/4 of the way through that I realized, well, I could just walk down this hallway and surely this isn't going to get me killed. But
yeah,
that this one is rewarding you for being stealthy.
Yeah. Virtual Steve calls it perfectly for me because one of my favorite franchises of all time, especially early on, started in stealth, and that's Metal Gear Solid. So,
right.
Where you think maybe I don't like stealth games, I don't like bad stealth games. That's to me what it is. It's not about the style of game it is, Bluebell. It's more about the quality of the game. Like if you make a great stealth game, Metal Gear Solid is one of, Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear series is one of my favorite series of all time. So, and like even in VR, like again, Phantom Covert Ops, I thought was an extremely good game. Splinter Cell, another fantastic series I absolutely love. I was a huge Sam Fisher fan. Played many of those different games, and that was all about being stealthy in the shadows and killing silently.
Assassin's
And
Creed.
Assassin's Creed, another one. Siphon Filter. Somebody said Siphon Filter.
Paul
I think it was
Fennessy, yeah.
Paul Fennessy, one of my favorite. That one was like a one-off. I don't know if they ever made another one of those, but man, that was a great game, Siphon Filter. Like, not one of the higher profile games, but man, it was super good. So yeah, I mean, I like them when they're done well, and this one's done really well. There's story here behind it. You know, again, you are a vampire, of course, so you're like drinking people's blood. You need their blood to like keep yourself going. You will get shot, and you will like, and what happens is you get these powers, right? You have these abilities as a vampire, but they cost you. They cost you like your life energy. So as you use them, you drain your life energy. The only way to get it back is to kill and drink the blood of your enemies when you kill. If you get hurt or if you use too much, then you kind of like can't do anything, and you have to still freaking get around these levels. You can like find rats around the environments, and you can grab the rat and drink the rat's blood, but it gives you just a little bit. But it's just cool the way it like, you
That's
know,
cool that you can grab animals and stuff, and
hell yeah.
that's pretty cool. And Jasmine's in chat. She just showed up. Hey, Jazz. And she says, I want to play this game so badly. This game does not scream Jasmine to me at all. So if you're going to play this, you're live streaming it so I can watch it.
See, like Jasmine's not a shooter fan, right? Like she doesn't want to shoot guns, but
She's too nice to go and rip someone's head off and drink their blood.
But I mean, in this game, you're a vampire, but you're going up against other baddies. So it's not like you're like going and killing like, you know, innocent people. You know,
I guess you're not going to the supermarket and killing behind the counter.
Right. Yeah.
You're going for
Frank. Poor Frank. Why are you killing Frank, dude? Yeah, so I mean, I think
I got you.
They have a good mix of here, so you don't like. I don't think it'll like, to me, if you're not a fast-paced shooter fan, but if you're like, I want, you know, figuring out how to move through the environment, like how to kill silently, how to kill out of sight of other guards. This is what you're going to be looking for. And the setting of Venice is amazing, and it looks phenomenal on the Quest 2. This is one of the best looking games I've ever seen on the Quest 2. And I can't wait.
In chat says Blade, and that makes sense. You're the vampire killing bad guys.
You're very much like Blade. You do have weapons other than your vampire skills. I didn't see like a sword or anything like that, but you do have like a weapon. I don't know how much I can say. ZT played it today, right, on stream?
He did, yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but
yeah, I did have to sign an NDA, but I think it was for the other game. I think that's pretty open now. You have a weapon on your arm that you get to use, and you have different types of ammo that you can use with it. It's not like a gun or anything like that. It's not a blade, but you know, you can use this weapon to help you affect things in the environment, open up doors, open up you know, to and then you can take enemies out with it. You can like knock them out, or you can hurt them, or you can distract them. You know, this is one of those games where you have like bottles, right? A glass bottle, and you throw the glass bottle to get the enemy to like look the other way. You know, this is one of those cool games that you have to think about it to your way through it. You know, you're a lot of it's movement too. A lot of it's, you know, rooftop to rooftop. A lot of it is kind of moving around. You know, just really, really well done.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Did somebody just try and come in here? Did I miss it?
You did, yep.
Cool. Well, let's do this. Guys, a game that I didn't get to try at Gamescom, but a team that I got to hang out with at Gamescom, and that would be Sinn Studio. And they had a lot of their studio at Gamescom representing themselves, and they had a brand new update store drop today, Todd, and that would be Swordsman. And from the team Swordsman and Sinn Studio, we have Almir, who is going to join us tonight. Dude, what is going on, man?
Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good. Happy to be here.
Nice hat, man.
You too, Eric. Anybody else who wants hats? Hey, Todd, you just got to.
What the hell, man?
You just got to tell us.
He's like,
it'll be on the
I'll
report.
start wearing hats.
Whoever wants a hat, let me know. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine's in the chat.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. She just said hi.
So D,
Thanks, dude.
Almir, have you guys ever met before? I don't know
Nope.
if you
No,
have.
I don't think we have.
Almir, this is D. D, this
Hey,
is
D.
Almir.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Almir, I don't want to screw up your title with Sinn
Grand
Studios.
poobah of everything.
Are you officially the chief marketing officer, or like?
Sometimes I would think that I lean more towards that, but my official title is chief operating officer.
Chief
I
operating
touch on a lot of the different things, but marketing is definitely my favorite.
Well, and that's why I say that too, because you're probably one of the smartest marketing people I've ever seen, and like to be a head of a studio and being that knowledgeable about marketing is pretty rare. Because
I appreciate that.
It's tough to wear those hats, right? Like you have to do a lot of different things.
Yeah, 100%, and that's when you guys started doing stuff with Impact Reality, I was like, yes, exactly. Like marketing is something that generally in gaming hasn't been figured out, but especially within the XR field. So that someone was taking that focus, I was like, finally. I wish I could have done it, but like, I mean, you guys are just as good, if not better. So I'm happy that you guys are there.
Nice. Yeah, I mean it's tough because a lot of, like you said, a lot of teams don't know the value of marketing, or they think. I saw a meme that was amazing one day. It was I don't remember who put it out. It was basically somebody, it was like a developer going, "My game launched," and they're like, "That was my marketing campaign." I'm yelling, "My game
I've
launched."
seen that. I've seen that.
And that's really almost the way a lot of developers think about the game. But there's so much more you have to put into it, and you're like an OG, man. You guys have been doing it for a long time because Swordsman originally launched on PSVR 1 how many years ago?
Crazy. We're coming up on 3, but we've been in the VR space since 2017.
Yeah. So when you guys, you and Alec started, how many were you on your team?
There was just the 3 founders. Like we were all fresh out of university, trying to figure out what to do next, and we stumbled into VR through, I think it was Diner Duo, and we were like,
"Oh wow,
okay, this is interesting."
That was your game of choice back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I was deciding like what to do with my life, and I was like, I'm gonna do like career-oriented experiences. Maybe that'll lead me someplace. But that was our game of choice, especially early on. But then we got into like Half-Life Alyx, and we're like, oh, this is so cool. And then the dream just sprouted from there.
Yeah, and I think you were one of the first studios early on that kind of like really got embraced the PlayStation VR 1 and everything that amazing headset brought with it. And that's where you guys stayed for a long time, right?
We did, yeah. PlayStation VR has been essential to our growth. I mean, from what I understand, I think we're the 5th best-selling title of all time on PlayStation VR 1 and in top 10 on the PlayStation VR 2. So, I mean, we grew from a team of 3 to a team of 32 right now, full-time.
32, that's insane, dude.
It's
that's
crazy.
Awesome. That's awesome.
It's kind of weird, but it's a positive weird. It's enabled us to touch on so many different.
And you're even growing more. Like I think I saw a tweet that you're looking for for people. I can't remember what they were, but
we're hoping to be at 40, at least 40 by year end.
Wow.
Good for you guys.
It's crazy. So
that's it. All right, I'm coming. I'm quitting. Impact.
I mean, the office is big enough for everybody, so get the whole cast in here.
Impact's moving in.
Yeah, we'll just move Impact right in there.
I don't know if I should say this or not, but I mean, I got back in from Gamescom on Saturday, and I've slept once at my place. I've been sleeping in a sleeping bag in the meeting room over here.
No way, dude.
Yeah, it's been pretty intense, but it's more so because I'm just so excited. I'll figure something out really late at night. I'm like, I can't let it like go right now. I have it. Like I'm kind of holding it up, and I'm like, I think I can figure it out before I go to bed. And then I typically take longer than I thought I would, and then it's like 6 a.m.
And then don't go to bed. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is not bullshit, guys. I swear to God, because I was in London, and Almir's like, "Hey, do you want to meet?" And I'm like, "Well, we're 6 hours apart. I mean, like, I don't know how this is gonna work." He's like, "Yeah, I can meet you at 4 a.m. my time." And I'm like, "What? How are we gonna meet me at 4 a.m. your time?"
Yeah, that was pretty intense. Those were some intense nights. But hey, whatever it takes to make it happen, I guess.
This is a great question. I want to get to this question because let's talk about the game Swordsman a little bit. Because Virtual Steve says, "What engine is Swordsman in?"
Yeah, it's an Unreal. We've been dedicated to Unreal from the very beginning, and we're sticking with it.
Yeah,
That's what you're. That's the position you're looking for. An Unreal something rather.
Yes, we are looking for a
Yeah.
technical lead, an Unreal technical lead. You know, we've been onboarding a lot of devs, and we're like, they need a leader, right?
They need
like,
guidance. Yeah.
you can't just have a bunch of devs. So
Exactly.
we figured it out. But yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal 4.
Yeah, I mean that's super cool. I mean the game has really transformed so much, you know, since the early days and just the PlayStation VR 1. You know, since then you know you're on Steam. You've launched on the Steam. You've launched into App Lab a while back. How many months ago is that now for App Lab?
13.
Yeah,
13 months ago into App Lab. That's amazing. You know, and it ported super good. Like to move, you know, from a console, you know, with the power of a console to move to a standalone mobile chip headset, not an easy thing to do. You guys ported that game almost perfectly, even to the point where it's even better now that I think the PlayStation VR 1 version.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an argument to be made. I think it nearly killed me, but it was definitely worth it. Mostly because I don't touch development too much, so the development team will be like, yeah, it's just this and this, and I'm like, okay, they're the development team, and then it's more than just this and this, and then, but you know, they've been great, and like you said, they've got it to such an amazing place now. But I just want to point out something that Jay said, and that PSVR was so hungry for an arena combat, and Swordsman was in. I definitely think that's true. I think we saw an opportunity there as well on PlayStation VR.
TBC Gaming is on TikTok watching us and says he's only got one more achievement to go and he's finished Swordsman.
Oh wow, he's gonna get the Master
good.
Swordsman role.
That's impressive.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Well,
that's cool.
Good luck.
Hell yeah. Let us know. Screenshot that shit and send it to us.
Yeah.
Totally.
We're always doing prizes.
I mean,
and as we were building Swordsman, we had to, like, you can't just build combat games because everyone's building combat games. So we were trying to identify, like, what are users saying they want, that, you know, we have a product that if we continue to iterate on it with a sense of guidance, that we can bring it there. And it led us to realistic combat. Like, you already have a bunch of titles that are incorporating magic and combat, but there's not a single title that's strictly focused on realistic combat. So we took that route, but then we found out it's a really hard route. But you know, we're dedicated to it, and we're going to keep hammering it away at it. We have a couple of ways to tackle it, but our goal is to be the combat experts in XR, and I say XR carefully.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
I heard that.
Yeah,
that was a little secret.
Yeah,
that was a little
absolutely
tip.
Just a little one.
A little tidbit of information there you probably weren't supposed to say.
I mean, it's been a long day, so they can't blame me if I'm a little loopy at the end of the day.
Oh, he's like, look, I slept on the floor last night in the meeting room, and I just let stuff out of the bag.
No, that's marketing genius, is what that is right there.
Well, to be fair, Eric always does that to me too. Ask questions where they like just go up a ladder slowly, and at the end I'm like, why did I tell Eric that? I shouldn't have told him that.
But you know, here's my job. Here's what my job is good at. You're like, yeah, I should have told him that. Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, 100%.
I want to make you feel good about it afterwards.
No, you're right. You do.
But what I do feel good about, and I'll transition into this, is the AI in Swordsman that has like amped up and gotten better and better and better. And the combat system now is way better than what originally was. Like, what was it? Maybe like 6 months ago, or maybe a little bit less. You had the like a combat update, right? Where the AI started to like kind of learn, right? They would actually pick up on on the ways that you were trying to attack. And it got smarter, and you know, you couldn't just, you know, attack the same way over and over again. You had to change your style up a little bit, and that had to be difficult to do, right?
It was extremely difficult because, you know, we had to do custom mocap animations. We did 1,400, and we still have about like 800 of them to go through. So, and they're more blocking focused. So the AI is only going to get better. But one thing that we're also working on internally is a combat AI system that's powered by machine learning. So enemies in real time will be able to identify their weak spots and adjust. So, but adjust in the style of that faction. So a samurai would adjust appropriately, not just get to that spot, but get to that spot in the way a samurai would.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what we're trying to do with these machine learning systems is get deeper into player intent. So as soon as a player makes a slight move, we know where they're going. Because right now we know it, but we're only a specific amount of frames ahead. We need to add frames onto that, so that even when you make a sudden move, the AI starts to go where it's, and then it can adjust continuously as you're moving through. So our goal is to, because the fluidity of the duel is what's going to create like the best XR combat game. Like, it has to feel like there's a human on the other side, and like rigid animations aren't going to do it. And we learned that the hard way. That's where our focus is. I don't want to go on too deep off the end, but
yeah. I mean, to me, like fighting, even you guys are like the definitive, for me, the definitive fighting game because of two things. AI, which has definitely improved to where I don't feel like I'm battling like dumb NPCs anymore, where I can just wrist waggle my way through everything. And two, it's collision detection. It's so hard to make sure that when you are in physical space with another NPC, that because here's the deal: if you get too close, you cannot fully swing your weapon. So that has to be a penalty, but you still have to make it to where you feel like you're having fun with the game. And if the collision detection's off just a little bit, it feels clunky and slow and
1,000%.
Yeah. So I mean, 100%. I think you
100%.
guys nailed it perfectly now.
Appreciate. I wanna say like a really bold statement, and if you all don't mind, I would like for you guys to critique it if possible.
Yeah, shoot.
Okay, so our conviction internally is that melee combat will be to XR what first-person shooters were to flat gaming, because the most immersive experiences happen in close proximity. So while first-person shooters are amazing, and like I play them in VR, they're less immersive than melee combat happening at close quarters. Like, am I right or am I wrong?
I agree. I mean, I'm a huge shooter fan, but I
Same.
love like physical combat of like melee weapons and melee games when they're done right. Like, to me, when they're done wrong and it feels clunky, or when they're done wrong and it feels cheap, like I can just do whatever I want. That's when I don't like them. But when you said melee combat and XR, I mean, that could be terrifying. I love that.
That's right. And I think you hit it on the head. It's got to be done right, because for it to be compared to FPS in the flat gaming world,
100%,
it's got to be freaking amazing, right? I'm not saying that Swordsman isn't. I'm just saying the genre itself.
Better not. I'm joking. I'm just joking. But you're right. You're right.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's a
100%.
bold statement. That's a big statement. And you're right, because it is far more immersive to punch someone or hit them with something than it is to shoot them from 17 miles away in VR. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think? Am I cuckoo?
No. No, these two are cuckoo up here.
I don't disagree with that.
But I gotta be cuckoo too, because
me too then.
For the ride.
So
the cuckoo train.
Yeah. So Almir, you guys launched in from the PlayStation. You launched into PlayStation VR 2. You launched into which was an amazing transition for you to a better headset, better console. You launched into App Lab. Which had to be difficult, right? Like, I mean, again, Swordsman is a top selling game on the PlayStation. I think you said top 5 of all time
on PlayStation 1.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you go to Meta and you're like, we have this game, and you guys did such a good job with the game, and they're like, yeah, well, how about you guys go to App Lab? And you got to be like, why am I going to App Lab, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Had to be a bit of a kick in the pants.
Yeah,
And-
that's the question that kept me up.
and then to be there and kind of like stuck there for 13 months, it had to be pretty hard for you guys, but you persevered because you're now coming to the Quest store, or you're right in the Quest store.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the toughest points of Alec and I's like co-founder career, because like we made 4 different attempts to get on the Meta store, and it was just so difficult, and it tested us in so many ways, because every time we got a no, we would devise a new game plan on how to get a yes, and every time we came up with the game plan was expensive. So we kept investing and investing and investing in it, and like to not leave anything on the table. It had to happen. It definitely had to happen. One from, building the Swordsman IP. If you're not on one of the most influential platforms, then like you can't really build an IP. But 2, it was like, okay, we want to be the combat experts in XR. We want to help create the experiences and the perfection that you two were both talking about. And how do we do that if we're not understanding and involved in the Meta ecosystem? Like, we don't know what headset is coming out, we don't know when it's coming out, we don't know what technologies they're working on. So it's like, maybe we're innovating, but we don't even know. Maybe Meta already has like a feature they're working on that we don't need to do these things in-house. So it was so difficult, like extremely difficult. But one of the reasons we persevered was because like we knew how important being on that platform was. It was so tough. Like I can't even begin to explain. Like I didn't have any gray hairs when we started our journey to Quest, and now I'm full of them. Like full of them.
I love what you're saying, because like I've talked to so many devs, and again, Meta is not easy. Meta is difficult. Meta is hard.
Yeah.
They're a pain in the ass, but you saw the necessity of going to Meta, right? Like you guys could have done great and just stayed on PlayStation and probably been okay.
Sure.
But literally, if you want to grow from a smaller team into a larger team, you have to go where most of the headsets are sold. And I've talked to so many devs who are like, just not interested in putting my game on the Quest. And I'm like, really? I'm like, really?
Crazy.
I'm like looking at them like, really? And but I mean, I get it. I mean, I understand why maybe some people don't want to, but I think you're right. In the end, you have to be a part of that ecosystem if you are going to survive right now with maybe some 20 million headsets.
That's
sold.
where you and I differ. I don't understand that. Like when people say I don't want to be on the Quest store, you say you understand how they can make that decision. I don't understand.
No. I don't. Yeah, I understand that they can have a feeling that way. I don't understand why they wouldn't want to go there.
Okay, because that's crazy. Yeah.
Because it's like, even like, I mean, Eric, you saw how influential MR was in Germany.
Yeah.
So like, if you're out of the loop with the platforms, you might be building experiences that might not even be relevant in 3 to 4 years. Like I don't even like how the technology is changing. Like having a pulse, let's say like your dev cycle is 2.5 years. You need to understand where they're going with the hardware in 2.5 years.
Right.
And if you don't, like that's a very difficult place to be. And
Yeah.
like when we started, Alec and I didn't have any game dev experience. Nobody knew anything about game development. Nobody knew anything about running a studio. So like this whole journey of ours has been like, just figure it out. So when Meta said no, it was like, well, it's not an option. Like it just has to be a yes. So we have to figure out how to get that yes. I would have liked it to not be so long of a journey, but I'm just glad to be here. Like,
yeah, and
we're glad you're here.
Yeah, and it's boggling because I mean I know that you have been one of the best-selling games in App Lab.
Yeah, I know.
For this time, and people wanted to play it. They did play it. It's just unfortunate that you couldn't get, and App Lab is not as bad as it used to be. Everything's not. Things are getting better. The discoverability is a little bit better.
It is.
But it's just the problem that you can't really get you can't get the store promotion. You can't get the front page of the store. You can't get, it's tough to go on sale. It's tough to get bundles, when you're in App Lab. Yeah.
And Eric, I just got access to the back end as an official Meta title the last 10 days. The analytics.
Isn't it crazy?
I'm giggling inside just because I have so much information. I'm like,
so
oh my God, like
there. Yeah.
So much information. I'm like, oh my God, optimize here, and optimize this, and optimize this for reach. Before it was like, UTM
Guessing?
parameters. And yeah, like this probably works, but I can't go spend too much because it only probably works. It was it was more of a guessing game than strategy, but I guess it kind of worked.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things that a lot of people don't know. Like just the regular consumer, Meta does a really good job with their back end, like, and gives the
Yeah.
developers a lot of information. I wish they would share that more with the App Lab developers, and not just kind of like wall that off a little bit. But yeah, I mean, because of Impact, we've been privy to a lot of the back end, stats and numbers of a lot of games that we work
100%.
with, and it is pretty impressive what they do to support the developer.
100%, and it allows you to formulate like some sort of calculation, because if you can understand how much of your link clicks lead to conversions, then it's just like you need more reach. You just need to get more reach. I don't want to go too technical on here with the marketing, but you need those numbers to determine a strategy. And once you have a proven strategy, it's just about having the capital to invest in that growth. And now that we have those numbers, I'm like, oh, it's so much better. And I'm excited for the Quest 3. I think that will really help the ecosystem. Like, I definitely think we're at the end of the cycle for the Quest 2.
Yep.
So
yeah, we've talked about this, like this whole summer of like doom and gloom for VR is it's cyclical, because it was the same pattern that we saw between Quest 2 or Quest 1 and Quest 2.
Yeah.
It was exactly the same. And we're just in that pattern where nobody wants to do anything. Everybody wants to hold until Quest 3 comes. It's been a hot summer, and nobody wanted to do a lot of VR. The
100%.
games that were launched weren't particularly big AAA titles, and because those games want to wait right until fall.
Exactly.
So that's why we've had this little slow period. And I think what you said is super. It's being able to know where to invest your time and your strategy and your money is super important. Like, and what happens if you don't have those back end numbers? You're just like dabbling. Like,
Exactly.
let me put some money over here, or let me try this over here, and then you have to like see what works, and then you have to try that for a certain period of time, and all of a sudden you'll see that avenue dry up, and then you'll like
well, you're trying to
and go
create your
this
own
way.
analytics, and creating your
It's
own
true.
analytics is expensive.
It's very
You need something
exact.
that does it for you, and the Quest Store backend does a good job of that.
You're right. It's very expensive.
It's cool. It's cool to see how much growth you're gonna get now that you're, now you can be part of the value packs. You can be part of the sale days. You can be on the Black Friday crap. All that stuff that isn't available to App Lab play.
Even
developers.
just getting visibility through the categories, like even through search. Like we got more visibility through search in 8 days than we did through all of our marketing efforts on App Lab in a year.
Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. I saw that. I was so pissed because I was like, I worked so hard for that reach.
Yeah.
And search just gave it to me in 8 days.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. What are your predictions about the Quest 3? Do you think it has the same success as the Quest 2?
I don't think, I'll let Todd answer for himself after this, and maybe D too, but I don't think it'll have the exact success as the Quest 2. I think the higher price point will kind of hurt it a little bit. But I think if it even has half to 3/4 of the success of the Quest 2, that is a huge win for the VR community. So while I don't think we'll see maybe the exact numbers that we saw with the Quest 1 to Quest 2 conversion, like in the terms of popularity and surge of people into VR, I think it will still be really significant. And again, I think if we can get half to 3/4, I think we're in really good shape.
Fair enough.
Todd?
I'm gonna say I think it's going to be more like the 75 to 80% as successful as Quest 2. The push of mixed reality in all facets of VR right now, I think, is going to be a big factor. It's gonna weigh heavily, I think, on what's released come Quest 3 release. Like what kind of games, what kind of experiences take advantage of the new hardware. If we just see a bunch of IPs that we can play on the Quest 2 as well, then it's not going to do as good. If we get things that work on the Quest 2 but work this much better on a Quest 3 because of mixed reality and the color pass through and the better processor and all that jazz, then I could see a lot of people dumping their Quest 2 and getting a Quest 3 for sure. Like, there's a good chance I might dump my Quest Pro and never use it again if the Quest 3 is as good as I hope it is.
Maybe.
Can I have it?
Oh yeah, you can have it.
No, you can't have it.
But Mash said I could. So.
Yeah, I just said it. You got to give it to her now. I do think, and you know, I'll let D and then Almir, I'd like to hear what you think too. But I do think one thing that does help the Quest 3 is no console launch. You know, and console, and so if you're thinking about, you know, what do I need to go buy my kid this year for Christmas? Most of them probably already have an Xbox. We're later into the cycle life of that. Most of them have been able to get the PlayStation 5 now that they're more readily available.
Mhm.
We're later in that life cycle. What are we, 3 years into the PlayStation 5 life cycle?
And there's
already?
no PlayStation 6 on the market, right? Or even on the horizon. There's the Elite version of 5 like slated for next year, but nothing around Christmas.
So I think for hardware, that bodes well for the Quest 3, for, like, you know, vying for that, you know, money in the pocketbook. I mean, I think, you know, if you're looking for a present for, you know, a young kid, I think that bodes well. D, what do you think about Quest 3 popularity?
I'm like everybody else is saying, it's not going to have the same initial impact as the Quest 2 did. I mean, I just got my Quest 2, what, a year and a half coming up on 2 years,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to anything that's a step up from my Quest 2. The lenses, looking forward to those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, as long as it brings some sort of, like I said, step up. And I'm a tech junkie and I like my electronics, so yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Almir, tell us all about the Quest 3 that you guys have been working on. Go ahead.
Just pull it out from behind you there.
What Quest 3? There's a Quest 3? What's in it?
Oh,
Quest 3.
so he didn't tell you when he was sleeping on the floor. He was like cuddling up with the Quest 3. He was like,
Yeah, he was in VR chat on his Quest 3.
I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. It'll be
Oh,
interesting. I'm really excited. I think one of the things that's going to be is going to have an impact on it is I don't think people have the same buying power that they had back in when the Quest 2 released, which was like, correct me if I'm wrong, but somewhere in that like late 2020.
Yeah, it was
Right?
COVID time too.
Yeah.
It helped for sure.
Yeah, and COVID, right? So when you know, there's a lot of money circulating during COVID, so we weren't as selective with the things that we purchased. But you know, given the current economic landscape, I think like I've been more selective. So
Sure.
I think that will definitely have an impact on it. But it's a great.
From what you've heard, it's a great piece of
From what I've heard, it's a great headset. Like from what I've read on Upload VR, it's
you
gonna
watch
be
Sadly It's
amazing.
Bradley. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
I'm gonna get you in trouble. You got to stop.
I know.
You in trouble.
I should have even came on this podcast. You're gonna get me in big trouble. But
Dude, we have to go to Meta at the end of the next month. We got to be careful what we say.
Well, I might not even go now because of this.
Way to go.
Oh man.
But I think another point also is the IPs that are coming with the Quest 3. Like we've seen Assassin's Creed, Asgard's Wrath. I've heard a couple of rumors. Like I think it's. I mean,
it's gonna be a rockin' Christmas for sure.
Yeah, and like I attended Chris Pruitt's talk both years at GDC, and him and many other industry leaders in hardware have always said like content is king. And I think they're getting the content now. Like obviously just because of Swordsman, but no, I'm joking.
As of today, content
As
has
of
been
today,
achieved.
but I also think bigger IPs, you know, the ones that are confirmed, but others that you know I've heard rumors about, I definitely think will sell that headset for sure.
Yeah, and then this is, you know, and we kind of knew this was coming because Meta knew they had a retention problem, right? They
Exactly.
they had the hardware, they tried to pivot away from the software. because they wanted to become a social platform. They pivoted too early. That bit them. They understood that they pivoted too early. They needed to like kind of roll into let's make more games. So to me, like I think Meta has become one of the definitive gaming companies now, where maybe they want to be a business or workflow or social platform, but they are going to have to be a gaming platform first. And I think they know that, and that's why we're going to see a lot more titles this fall.
I agree. I do think they may have jumped the gun just a little bit about attempting to be multi-platform. Like, we're gonna do like this fitness and social and gaming, and we're gonna be everything in one. I do think they can get there. I mean, I would bet on Meta. I do think doing it all at once is a very tough challenge.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then like I think they want to be where Apple is eventually, or Apple will be with the new headset. But I think that it's going to take them probably another 2 years to get there, and maybe a couple of different headsets.
100%.
We got a question in chat for you, Almir, from the
Sure.
Academy. Is Swordsman on the Rift platform same as Steam platform? So is it like cross-buy?
Cross-buy with the Steam platform?
No, cross-buy
with
with Quest and Rift.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
That's
Big
awesome.
Now, yeah, it is
Rift
really
is
good
dead.
question.
Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
For the ones that love it, it is cross-buy.
Well, you're not kidding. It's dead. It really is dead, because I think Shell just said Among Us is not going to be supported on the Rift platform anymore.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I loved Among Us. I
Yeah,
still have my
seriously.
Rift.
Another question in chat. Or not really a question, but the point was they said that the Quest 3 plus the new subscription plan is something that will help definitely sell the headset too. Will we ever see Swordsman as part of the subscription plan?
Well, now that we're an official Quest title,
I mean, the possibilities are
that would be
endless.
killer, man. That would be a killer. Like, let's go get subscription for
I'm
Swordsman.
gonna write that email as soon as this is over.
Eric said that we could.
Eric said you all would let us join the subscription program.
Perfect. Oh, they're gonna love us. They're gonna love us
They're
when
gonna
we go
love
there
us
next
more than
month.
they already do. Exactly.
Well, define love.
Yeah, right.
Okay, it's a love-hate.
It's a love-hate.
It's probably more hate.
But yeah, I'm really excited for Connect. I saw Jay commented.
Mhm.
Yeah, like we're gonna be there. Alec and I will be at Connect. So
Eric and I will be
should-
there. Eric's going in to rep another developer. I'm going just to
Nice.
slum and see if I can't
Nice. It's a
join
game
a
plan.
party or something. I gotta come and meet the peeps. So
Oh, there better be parties.
yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
better be something.
If they're not, we're gonna
Better
make
be
our own.
some-
There better be some.
Better
If
be
not,
something.
I'm just gonna try to find Eric. Eric's always at the party, so I'm gonna just make sure I'm following him.
If we're not at a party, we're gonna throw a party. So.
Exactly.
I get to these parties, and Almir always gets me into trouble in some way.
Nah. What?
We went to one party at AWE, and you guys never left the bar.
No, I know.
Eric. Nah.
You guys
That's
didn't move. It was like 4 hours. You just stood there the whole time.
I didn't realize there was another part of the party.
I swear there was just
It
like
was hilarious.
a group that just like positioned themselves like a meter to the left every like 20 minutes, and it looked like we were moving, but we really weren't.
You weren't.
But it was good conversation.
All in on me.
It was
No.
great. Yeah.
It was an illusion.
Thank God Todd was there to put me in the cab that night.
Oh my God.
I
Drag him
remember
out.
Todd came multiple times like, Eric, the Uber's here. Eric's like, yeah. And it took Eric like 10 minutes to get in the Uber, but it was great. It's always good conversations because like somebody will say something that I'm like, one, I never thought of it. And then I get pissed that I didn't think of it. And now I got to ask like 100 questions to like try to
Yeah.
understand how I didn't think of it. And that takes a long time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We need hours and hours and more events and more parties to go through all these things. That's all.
100%. I want to quickly shout out Michelle B. Love Swordsman. Thank you so much.
Oh, what's up,
back.
Michelle?
Because it's a workout, and it is.
Hell
It
yeah.
is, yeah. Oh, we have an update coming out in approximately 2 months. That's a training ground where you'll be able to train on how to be a swordsman through like tatami mat, which is like a cutting challenge with a katana. So you'll have to cut it in a certain way, and there'll be global leaderboard, so you'll be able to compete with.
Ooh,
all
I like the
users.
leaderboard.
Yeah, Dio's
Me too.
leaderboard. I'm down.
Me too. So we'll have everything like like hand to hand training. You'll have archery, tatami mats, like the whatever it takes to be a swordsman, so you can compete with the AI at its highest difficulty. You can go in there and train, and then obviously the added incentive is that you get to compete with friends, you get to compete with staff. So it should be exciting.
That's pretty badass, man. That's pretty awesome. And I think we got some more news that we want to we're going to do a little celebration for this launch of Swordsman onto the main store, which we'll talk about in a second. But
yeah,
what do you think? You want to give a key away to somebody in chat tonight?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I always love putting the developers on the spot. Like,
I know,
hey,
right?
I'm breaking up. I'm breaking up.
I want one time I want a developer to go, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Fine. Nah, I'm good.
I'm good. No keys
No,
tonight.
of course. We'd love to. We'd love to.
No, but that's cool. Yeah, let's give a key away tonight, and then before we do that, let's talk about what we're gonna do a little giveaway coming up to kind of celebrate.
Let's watch a little video here before you get into that.
Oh yeah, let's go to video.
Let's do it.
Death is eternal.
Boom!
That's badass. That is so badass. That voice at the end that says "Death is eternal" is
Right?
badass.
Like my favorite part is when you get the enemy to a certain health, they'll drop down into a finisher, and then you get to just like, boom! You get to chop their head off.
Off with your
there you
heads.
But the way that they fall into it is so natural because it's motion capture, right? Sometimes I'm like, it's almost too real. So like I hesitate on chopping the head off, but I always do it.
Technical Glitch says we want a hat, not the game. We want a hat.
I mean,
Oh,
the
he
hats
didn't
are
say he
pretty
didn't
nice.
want the game. He just wants a hat.
You want
With
the hat too?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Hats they're hard to come by. I had to beg for a new one. Mine was getting
Yes.
pretty crappy.
You
Yeah.
had two? Almir, what the hell?
Todd, you gotta ask. You
That's it.
ask.
You gotta
I don't
ask.
like
Get
asking.
shipped tomorrow morning.
Attaboy.
That's it. That's it. I
Promise.
had my hat personally delivered to Gamescom to me from Almir and Reese the King. Reese the
Yeah.
King brought it.
Oh, nice.
Reese is a part of the team now. Reese, a great content creator, and he's
Yeah,
he's been part of your team for about a year now, right?
Yeah, a little over a year. So it's been crazy, but it's been one of our greatest hires. Like, I'm super grateful to have him. Like, get to pump out a bunch of content, which before we couldn't. So getting that like visibility for us was really important.
That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah. All right, so let's talk about this. Everybody's asking for a hat. Let's give them a way to get a hat. Let's do this.
Let's do a hat.
Yeah, let's do a hat. But I think we're gonna do, starting tomorrow, there's gonna be a Gleam giveaway from Sinn Studios that we're gonna set up. It's gonna run for a month. And Almir, let's give a hat away, but let's give something else away that's bigger. What do you want to give away?
Well, you talked about it all night, so let's give away a Quest 3.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Let's give away a Quest 3. That's amazing. I love that.
No.
Let's do that.
Can I enter, or that's not allowed?
No.
No. Okay.
The better question is, can
I'm gonna enter. So
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
it's too funny.
But yeah,
what do you think people are gonna want more? The hat? If we let them win a hat.
I mean, they're nice hats. If
They are.
I mean, we have amazing backpacks. Okay, now I'm just giving everything away.
Dude, the backpacks are sick, man. The hoodies are nice. I mean, you guys have one of the best PR boxes I've ever seen.
Thank you.
You have like amazing map of all of the swordsmen, whole
No
area.
way.
A
Yeah,
mouse.
I got it right
Oh,
here.
no way.
Oh, it's so premiere. Look at that thing, man.
Oh, it's
What?
cool.
That's
I need a
sick.
Discord message right after this.
Oh my God. It'll be a big box in the morning. If y'all give me like 2 seconds, I'm gonna grab a backpack quick. I just want to show it.
Yes,
Yeah, sure,
do
go
it. Grab the backpack. Yeah, Swordsman
Backpack,
box was one of the
backpack.
best. The Swordsman PR box. I had this hat in it. It had a black hoodie, a Sinn Studio hoodie. It had that mouse pad and the backpack. I think that was in your PR box, right?
Yeah. So we got new PR boxes that we're going to start sending out. But this is the Sinn Studio backpack.
That's sick. Look at that.
So
Oh yeah, right.
I kind of like Fabster's idea.
what's the idea?
I think D should get a Quest 3 by default.
Ah,
Default.
if we can edit that to Almir, I would agree with
No.
No, I'm joking. But yeah. We're definitely willing to like set it to give away a hat. I'm always grateful when someone wants our stuff. I'm like, really? All right, cool, yeah.
They are.
Look what I'm wearing.
You
I love
make,
wearing
when you
merch,
make, I was gonna
especially
say
on the
when you
show.
make nice stuff,
True.
yeah. When you
That's
make
like for
nice
sure.
stuff, that's people want to wear it. That's for sure.
Yep.
Well, I'm happy everyone likes it.
So
Truly.
yeah. So that's a
Cool.
cool announcement, man. Thank you for donating a Quest 3. You and Alec and the rest of the team and doing that. That's going to be awesome. Todd's going to set this game up. We'll try and have it up for tomorrow afternoon. People can go in and enter. There's going to be a few different ways you can enter. You're going to be able to get multiple entries if you do a couple of small things, which is kind of like just go follow Swordsman, maybe wish list it, or do a couple of things, and you'll be able to get multiple entries. And I hope somebody from this amazing community can win one of those Quest 3s or a hat or
100%. Yeah, I'm super excited, and look out for the graphic. We're super proud. We had our graphic designer create a custom graphic for this collaboration, so I'm excited for everyone to see it.
Oh,
But yeah,
awesome. Well, then ignore my message I just sent you on Discord.
No. We need all the graphics we can get. So it's gonna look sick, and we'll get it up for tomorrow for everybody. So keep an eye out for that. That was the announcement that I wanted to tell everybody that that's going to be running. We'll probably run it for about a month, and then what we'll do is we'll actually draw the winner. Maybe Almir will come back
I'd
the
love
night
to.
we do it, and we'll draw the winner live. On the show. About a month from now. That would be super cool, will be right around Connect time, or maybe right after we get back from Connect.
Exactly.
Probably.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, cool. Almir, man, let's give this key away and let's give a hat away. What do you think? Let's do that.
Cool,
Two
let's do it.
spins. Two spins. A hat and a Quest 3.
First spin is
I'm
the
just kidding.
Whoa, stop the wheel!
It's too late. It's in motion.
He's like, I gotta get my name on the wheel.
All right, let's see.
No way.
So which one's this for? This is for the game? This is
The
for
hat.
the game. The hat. Okay.
Hat first.
Ooh. Congratulations.
Ollie VR Port
Yep.
wins the hat. Nice.
Got
Congratulations.
you.
Cool. So Ollie VR Port, just do me a favor. Just message Todd, give him all your information, and then Todd will pass it along to Almir, and then Almir will personally deliver to your house.
Probably not that, but I'll definitely ship it there. Personally.
Oh, dude, pretty funny. What if you live somewhere cool? Maybe we want to go and hang out.
I mean, depends. If you're in Mexico, I might just have to come down there and personally deliver it.
That would be cool. Yeah. If he's in like Detroit or something, I'm not sure. If we want
Then
to
I
do
might ship it. Not that I don't love Detroit, it's just too close.
it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
That's awesome.
All right, let's give away a key to this amazing game.
Let's do it. Thank you, guys. Oh, nice.
Holy moly.
I am Dickel.
Oh my God. I Am Dickel wins a lot of stuff, man.
Right?
He's gotta be up
He's
there with
almost
Techno
chatty
Glitch.
again.
I know. Chatty wins a ton of stuff. Dickel wins a ton. Techno Glitch. I don't ever win anything.
I think you're allowed. I'd question you if you did that, joking.
Seriously, like, oh, Eric wins again. No,
Oh my
man.
God, Eric,
Your name in on that wheel, man.
Oh, amazing.
oh my God! But
Oh, man.
congratulations, Iron Dickle. We'll get you that key right over.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Thank you for giving the key up. Thank you for doing the hat. Thank you for doing the Quest 3 and this awesome giveaway, man. We'll have that out there tomorrow for everybody to find out. And dude, thanks for coming on and spending some time with us tonight. And you probably haven't had much sleep. I know you're curious. Go find a nice, comfortable spot on the meeting room floor and get some sleep.
I'm already eyeing one now. I'm joking, but thank you guys so much.
Alex already in there. He's already got your spot.
Oh no, I'm gonna roll him over. I'm just gonna go do this.
Be the little spoon. Just be the little spoon.
I don't know how to be the little spoon.
Can't do it, man. Never do it.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. It's been great. Like we covered so much. It's always a pleasure. And thank you to everyone in the chat. Like it's been great conversating on and off there. Like this is as a whole, it's just been great. So I'd love to come back on when we draw the Quest 3. I think that'll be awesome.
Hell yeah, man. Sure. I can't wait. Dude, you're the best. Love you, man.
You guys too. All right, love you guys too. Take care.
See you, man.
Bye.
Bye.
That was cool.
Dude, I can't believe I haven't had Almir on before. He's become probably one of my best friends in the industry.
See him everywhere.
Literally, I mean, he's just a really, really good guy. And, I've spent a lot of time with him at events and, we spent a lot of time talking on the phone. He is a brilliant marketer. And, a lot of times, we learn stuff from each other all the time. Like we literally can sit there and talk about, just personal stuff and be friends. But sometimes we'll get into like conversations about, VR and marketing and, how to become successful in PR and marketing. And we'll just talk for hours like that. And it's just, Todd's not kidding when we said that one night. We just basically found a spot at the bar. We were there for like 5 hours, 6 hours. It's crazy.
You drink?
Maybe a drink or two.
Just a little bit.
When I say that Todd had to put me in a cab, he wasn't kidding, because at one point I think I started walking down the road and he had to come get me and turn me around. And like, where are you going?
And it's not like I was sober. Taking care of this asshole.
Oh man. But yeah, it was super cool. I'm glad Almir could come in and chat. And that's super nice giving away a Quest 3. So man, we have another killer Quest giveaway. We've been doing a lot of Quest Pro stuff, but we have a Quest 3 giveaway, which is awesome, man. I'm excited for that.
Oh, super cool.
All right, guys, where are we here now? We've given away a couple of things. We talked to Almir. Let's finish up Gamescom, because Almir kind of came in the middle of that, and then I think we'll kind of wrap this up a little bit.
I've got a few things I need to give away too, so we'll do that after we talk about a couple of the games from Gamescom.
Yeah, for sure. I want to talk about another sword fighting game, because this was a game that right after we did Vampire Masquerade that I was starting to talk about, and that was Arashi. Arashi Castle of Sin, the final cut. Now, Arashi was originally released on the PlayStation VR 1, and it was a really, really good game. You're a samurai. You have a pet wolf, who will attack for you. This is very much like a Tenchu style game. If you guys know that game, Tenchu, the flat game. It's a lot about, stealth, movement in the shadows. If you openly attack, you will get swarmed by, a lot of enemies, and you'll probably end up dying. But if you attack correctly, from different areas, stay in stealth, or be quiet, or shoot an arrow, you can really battle through the game. And I think this is definitely one of the games that said if you can move through the environment without getting any kills and get to your objective, then you get like a trophy or bonuses. But Todd, let's take a quick look at a trailer for Arashi Castles of Sin, the final cut.
この世には2つの世界が存在する。一つは人々の生きる現実の世界。そしてもう一つは古くから語り継がれる闇の世界。わしにひれ伏せ。我々の住処は影。失敗の先には死のみぞ待つ。 貴様の憎しみが我々の怒りを燃やす。
That is bad. It's a badass.
That looks
video
pretty
too, man.
cool.
I really
I
hope.
didn't know the dog
really
was
hope.
played with you. Did they have the dog in the last trailer?
Yeah, yeah, last game, yeah.
Well, I
What were
knew
you
that
gonna
it was
say,
in the
Deke?
last game, but I didn't
No, I
know
was
it
gonna-
was still part of it. That's awesome.
I just hope it's a good really good ends up because man, I don't know.
Doesn't have like Green Hell launch junk.
No,
Jank.
So I can tell you this: I played the demo. It's an extensive demo at Gamescom. Guys, Skydance is publishing this game. So
Oh.
Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
Good.
They are now, so Endeavor One is still the developer. They made it on the PlayStation VR 1. They are moving it to PlayStation VR 2 with the backing and help of Skydance Interactive, the developers of Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. They are fully behind this. You can feel it. The demo I played is extremely polished. We talked to this about Almir with Almir a little bit. The hit detection, the collision feels right. The battles are done properly. One of the problems with Arashi on PlayStation VR 1 was there was hit detection issues when the game first launched, and there was some jank. That's in no part of the demo did I see that, and I had played a couple of different levels in the demo. It was number one, looks amazing in the PlayStation VR 2 headset. Haptics and the controllers are amazing.
Was there head haptics too?
Absolutely.
Nice.
The movement is great. You get beyond having those move controllers of the PlayStation VR 1. You get actual touch controllers like with the orb controllers. It's super good. The combat feels strong. Haru, your dog, your wolf is freaking awesome. You can pet him and feel the haptics when you're petting him.
No way. Cool.
It's just done extremely well. It looks beautiful, especially with the OLED. A lot of this game is done at night, and you have these, cinematic, torch lit environments with those dark OLED, blacks that you get in colors. It's awesome looking. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this game now. I didn't finish Arashi on PlayStation VR 1. I believe I'll probably end up finishing it here. The battles feel great. Using the bow, sometimes the bow can get a little wonky with PlayStation VR 2 games because the occlusion and pulling the bow back or by the headset where the cameras are in the headset if you lose tracking. Didn't have any issues with that here. The bow felt great. Trying to get to different spots with the grappling hook to where you can get above the enemies to attack silently. If you sneak up on enemies, one shot kill, right? You got a katana, man. You're one shot killing these enemies. If you don't, and they see you, they will swarm around you, and it's a lot about blocking. You cannot just go up there and just start. No, you can't, man. You will die.
Yeah.
You have to keep when you're in a battle with an enemy, front on battle with an enemy. It's a lot about parrying, moving backwards away, coming into attack, drawing away. You have to be methodical when you're battling them. That's why the stealth part is so important.
That's cool.
Putting out torches, so you can move in the darkness,
in the shadows,
in
the dark.
shadows.
So this is definitely the game then that had that trophy or some sort of benefit to achievement. Yeah, thanks.
To not killing,
not killing people and sneaking your way through. Yeah,
it might end up being both. I just want to ask Fast Travel if that's something too, but it might end up being both.
From chat from Mindjive. Is there any word on an upgrade path from PSVR version of Arashi? Free, an upgrade fee, or is it full price, or do you know?
So I did ask if they didn't have any answers for me as of yet. I'm sure we'll be hearing that sometime soon, but nothing that they could give me definitive there. But I can tell you, they had a Quest 2 headset there.
I was going to say, what did you play it on?
I played it on the PlayStation VR 2, but it is coming to both PC VR and Quest 2 standalone as well. I could have played it on the Quest 2 headset, but I was just really looking forward to seeing it on the on the PlayStation VR 2.
It's good
So
that it's coming to Quest 2 though. That's smart.
Yep, Quest 2, Quest 3. We don't know the exact launch dates, so we probably won't see this game until Quest 3 launch. I'm figuring. So,
Right.
yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's really
cool.
good. Yeah, we finally see this outside of PlayStation, which is good because a lot of people have been wanting to play it who don't have a PlayStation all the way back for the PSVR 1 title. So,
Member market they're joining. So
yeah, and and a great. I mean, I love Endeavor One. I think they're a great dev studio. Them, going out and getting the backing of Skydance as the publisher, super smart. And you can feel it. The level of polish here, you can feel the difference of just having a publisher behind you, somebody who knows how to make aesthetically great looking games and games that play really well. I mean, just a smart thing for them to do. So I'm
totally.
I'm glad for the partnership.
I'm just hoping there's no release jank. So you're just hoping Skydance can pull it out of the hat, right? So that's cool. That's a good studio to have with you. So
yeah, I mean, it just seems like every game now releases with jank.
I know lately it's been just such a shit show. Yeah.
And guys, I haven't played. I haven't been home to my home in New York yet. I've been gone for almost 2 weeks now. Haven't played. I know what's going on, right? Like I hear everybody talking. I'm talking to Wes. I talk to Wes on the daily. I talk to Betty. I talk to people. I've been talking about Firewall Ultra. I've been talking about Crossfire Sierra Squad, and I talked to Gamer.
I got 2 hours into Crossfire.
Yeah. Are you just? Let me ask you this. We'll get into this real quick.
Steam.
Okay, on Steam. Are you disappointed? I know this was a title that we got a chance to demo on the PlayStation VR 2 at GDC, and then the demo that we played was very, very, very polished, and everybody came out of that. Me,
same
Betty,
level as in the game, right? Like that wasn't a.
So we came out of that demo though, extremely excited for this game. Are you disappointed? No.
The parts of the game that didn't work for me that were janky are easily fixable. The reload mechanic was no different than what was at GDC. Exactly the same. The major jank I had was the HUD of the game was behind me. I could see it through the left of my left eye. I could see part of like my level and subtitles when people were talking. They were being printed down there. And if I spin my head really quick, I could see it for a second and then it would float right back behind me again.
That's weird.
It was so weird. Yeah. So I'm hoping PlayStation. I haven't played that on PlayStation. That's this weekend's task is to jump in PlayStation and see if it's any better. But I don't know. Like I expected to go into a rail shooter with a little bit of free locomotion movement with the trigger-based semi-automatic reloading. Maybe because I played it so much in GDC. I had a ball. This to me is like my new Splinter Cell or my new Sniper Elite. I'm gonna totally finish this game.
Nice, I like it.
The storyline I thought was great. I only played maybe 4 levels, and that was another part of the jank for some reason because I can't see that menu system. When the level's over, I had to exit and go to the tutorial. Exit the tutorial and then pick the next level and continue. Like it was driving me bonkers, but that's fixable. Or I reset and there's no Steam button. The Steam, like to bring up your Steam menu, doesn't work. I tried every combination of every button on my index and nothing worked.
Okay,
but again, patchable. That's an easy fix.
Yeah.
So no game break jank to me.
So I haven't been in there yet. And Crossfire Sierra Squad, I've tried to stay away from the reviews a little bit because I want to get in for myself tomorrow and kind of like not have a jaded review because of what somebody else said. I did read a few things where people are saying it's too arcadey or it's an arcade shooter, and they thought it was going to be a more military realistic shooter. I'm like, where
never published that.
Where did anybody like? So if anybody is out there going,
I've read that too.
Why is this an arcadey shooter? I'm like, this was never ever meant to be anything but an arcadey shooter. That they openly said it was going to be. That we all said and reported from GDC in March that it was going to be an arcade shooter. And if you don't like arcade shooters, you may not like this game. But for anybody who tried it now and bought it and was like, oh, this is not what I expected. It's too arcadey, or it's an arcade shooter. It's not realistic enough, or it's not a military
It's
shooter.
gorgeous in Steam.
When did you think you were going to get anything different? Like, I don't understand the disconnect where people are like, didn't understand that. Like,
I don't either. That's what I read too before I went in, and I was like, well, what the hell do you think it was? So then I played it for a couple hours. I'm like, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be, other than the odd little jank that's patchable, in my opinion.
yeah,
Nothing
like
drastic. It's weird that they would launch with those issues. So I'm hoping they're my issues. I don't know how they could have just been my issues, but
yeah, no, I again, I haven't played the game, so I'm not saying whether the game's any good or not. I'll let you guys know that maybe Saturday or something if I decide to live stream. But all I'm saying is right now, before I try it, is if you're
it's co-op,
complaining,
right? It'll be super fun co-op.
yeah, oh my god, yeah, I
It's gonna
can't
be
wait.
fucking awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, all I'm saying is if you're complaining because it's not realistic enough for you, and it's it's too arcadey, this is what it was supposed to be always. So if you have that view, then you weren't paying attention and you bought the game without going to check some things out. Shame on you for that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
So-
just saw a trailer with a bunch of guys shooting people and thought, awesome, another VR first-person shooter, which isn't what it is, but they never lied as to what it was going to be.
No, and we all reported that what it was.
We played it
early on. We
like
said
a lot
it was
of
going to
it.
be an arcade shooter. And I said early on, if you don't like arcadey shooters, you're not going to like this game. So if you went and bought it and like, oh, it's an arcade shooter, that's your problem. You should have paid attention.
Agreed. Are you looking forward to that, D? Have you tried it?
I've actually I played it the other day, but I really got into it today. Went through the tutorial. I think I got to the
Nice.
7th episode or whatever they're
Cool.
calling
Yep.
those things.
Yep.
Like
What'd you think
a
of the
little-
sniper scope? Because some people
all
are
those
hating that,
snipe-
but I kind of like it.
You know what? If what I did today, because it kept, the other day when I tried it, you put it, pull it up to your face or whatever,
Mhm.
it's
Adjusts,
a little bit wonky, for me. I put it off. I turned it off the automatic, to
Right.
where I can just hit the trigger, and it's freaking beautiful. I'm sniping mofos left and right, dude.
There
Nice.
you go. Cool.
But I had fun with it, even just in the shooting range,
Isn't
trying
that
out all the
awesome?
different guns.
All
I'm
those
like,
guns. Oh my god.
dude, when I did the rail gun, I'm like, oh, it is
Mm.
great, dude.
It's like a kid in a candy
It's
store, man.
great.
When they opened up that range was so smart.
Yeah, I mean,
Are you jaded that you haven't played it yet, Eric?
I'm so upset. I can't complain too much. I just got a chance to spend almost 2 weeks in Europe. You know what I mean? But
Was your PlayStation in New York?
yeah, it's in New York, so I haven't
Oh.
tested. I haven't tried anything yet. But I will be in New York by like 1:00 tomorrow, 1:00 in the afternoon,
jump
and
in,
I will
man.
be in there all afternoon. I plan to be in there all night. I don't know what we're covering for Virtual Strangers, so if it's something I haven't played yet, I don't know if I'll be doing Virtual Strangers. But if I am doing Virtual Strangers, I'll see you on there. If I'm not, I will see you in a game, because I will be in either Viral Ultra, or I will be in Sierra Squad probably all night tomorrow and all day on Saturday.
I'm really liking it, so I'm upset that there's so many bad reviews.
the only jank that I really had, was you have your primary weapon like on your chest.
Mhm.
You have your special
Mhm.
on the shoulder.
Either shoulder.
When I would, well, yeah.
Yeah, you can put it on both, actually.
But I would have an issue, not all the time, but in some pretty crucial moments where I needed my primary weapon, like it wouldn't let me grab it.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah.
On PlayStation, or are you playing on Steam?
PSVR.
Okay, I haven't tried it on PSVR 2 yet, so
So
interesting. I there was a couple levels that I had 2 different sniper rifles on my back, and then the assault rifle on my chest, and it was like the only thing I thought was kind of dumb is your handgun is also on your back. Like you don't have a hip gun.
Oh, really? That's
That's
weird.
weird. Yeah,
That is
I thought
weird.
that was a little weird.
So
it's
I
a
will
fun-
say, some people have been saying in chat, like Bluebell said, a lot of these games are releasing with jank. And again, I'm going to hold my judgment until I play both personally for myself. I will say that if there is major problems here, and it sounds like there definitely is with Firewall Ultra, and there is
I
some
haven't
issues
tried that one
with,
yet. Yeah.
there is some with Crossfire Sierra Squad. Look, I am more apt to holding these developers accountable for what they're doing. Like, and Kubo92 says in the chat that it's okay because flat games are doing it too, and it's not. Like, it's not okay because we can't afford, the virtual reality scene can't afford to do what flat games do. People are going to buy flat games no matter what because it's flat games and there's how many more people buying them. We can't afford to have shitty launches in VR. We need these games to launch better than they're launching. Like, do you know how many people I talked to that said, that's it for me? No more am I pre-ordering anything from PlayStation VR because
Really?
it seems like every time I pre-order, the game doesn't come out good or it comes out shitty, and I'm done. So like, if that's putting people off because people aren't shipping games, the developers aren't shipping games ready, that's a problem. That is a problem. You get one launch, guys. You get one good launch. And a lot of games can't recover. I mean, if you're No Man's Sky, yeah, you can recover because it's like a 1 in a million game, right? So if you have a shitty launch, you can recover because people will forgive you. If you're some medium obscure title and you launch like shit, you're probably going to fail.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, completely agree. Cyberpunk was a great example. Just a total jank fest.
Yeah, Kubo says he didn't say it's okay. He said it's just crazy how modern day games get released with jank, and it is, man. I'm tired of it. Like, this is not the way it used to be. Like, it's all of a sudden, it seems like because games are can be digitally patched now, that it's okay. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the mindset.
When games were physical discs and you couldn't fix them afterwards, they didn't even have this issue. But it seems like now that they can be patched, they're like, well, we'll just release the game no matter what state.
Yeah.
You just can't do it with VR games. You can't. We just don't have the market for it.
And then you have to wait like 6 friggin' months for a friggin' patch to fix something when you have devs like, what was, I forget what game it was. One-man team. One-man team. But there was an issue with the game. Had it fixed and patched up in like 24 hours, if that even. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the game. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, and what happens too is I will tell you guys this. In the development cycle, there is a point where you have to freeze your game. And what that means is when you send a title for final approval, whether that be PlayStation or whether that be Meta, they make you freeze your game at that point. And what that means is you can no longer work on your game because they want to review the product you have now, not the product you're working on. So you cannot actively fix your game anymore.
Right.
So what happens is when you go into this process where they're doing the final QA on your title, whether it's going to be approved or not to be launched in the store, and this is right before launch, by the way, you can't do anything more. Your game is your game at that point, and it's going to launch exactly the way it is. So what they'll do a lot of times, developers, is they know they have issues, right? They didn't have time to fix them before that final QA. They thought they could get past without it, and they're probably right. So they'll have the patch ready. So basically day one, like a lot of these patches that you see that happen day one or the first week, they're patches they've already had like ready to go. They were just waiting for that freeze for the launch to happen. Then the freeze is up, then they can actively work on the game again. And then they basically just, download the patch to the game and they're ready to go. So, I get those things have to happen. Like, you have to have those freezes. You have to do those things. But before you go to QA, have your shit ready. Then you don't have to worry about patching it. You know what I mean?
Right. Freeze a game that doesn't need patching. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So again, I'm not going to get into details with these two titles until I get into them further. But I will just say that if there is issues, I'm going to take them to task. You know what I mean? And I know that, Wes had said some things, and, Alex had said some things on Crewcast, and people were kind of giving him a hard time because they thought they were giving the devs a pass. And, I'm telling you right now, if I get in there and I feel that there was the problem here, then I will say something to Alex and Wes myself.
The only problem, like, I would compare this to, if you're going to compare it to like the Green Hell launch, where Green Hell is a 5 for jankiness, I would say that, in my opinion, Sierra Squad is like a 2. Maybe.
Okay.
I really don't think it's that bad. I think that it's a misconception of what the game was going to be is what's pissed everybody off. With Firewall,
Yeah,
I don't know the answer because I haven't played that yet. But
D, have you played Firewall?
Not a lot. I've definitely played Crossfire a little bit more. It the couple of times that a couple of rounds I did play with Firewall, it took forever to group up. But no, Crossfire, I think if I'm gonna play a shooter, it's gonna be actually Crossfire with the frickin' co-op. I got into that with Mr. Deathwish earlier, and we
Nice.
played the devs can't clear it difficulty.
no way.
You
That's cool. I want
Oh my
that.
god.
I want that.
We should play it. Well, actually, I think what is it? No, that's available. You don't have to beat the game. What is it? The realism mode, I think. You have to beat the entire campaign before that unlocks, I think, for
Yeah.
Crossfire. But yeah, no, devs can't clear it. We should get into that after I get off work tomorrow. Mash.
I'm down.
co-op.
I'm down. Yeah.
Alright.
I again, I'll be playing it. I'll be
6
playing
p.m.
it.
my time.
Yeah, I'll be playing it pretty much hopefully in the afternoon. Both titles. I'll be playing them tomorrow night. I plan on Saturday, doing some stuff. I'll definitely be into those two games. These are my kind of games, guys. I've been wanting to play them for a while, and I don't know. I hope they're good. Like, I hope it's. I don't know. Here's the problem I have with First Contact. I will say this, without playing the game. It bothers me that they gave no access to this game and it launched with jank. If it did launch with jank, and people are saying it's launched with jank, so they gave no access. So that means no reviews out there early. That means nobody had a chance to say this game's not ready yet. Don't buy it. That bothers me. Like when devs are afraid to give access to creators because they're going to review the game and they're going to say something. That's a problem.
The red flag.
Yeah. So I didn't know what was going on. Literally, we were like review, and I reached out to the community manager. Well, actually, they reached out to me, and they're like, "Hey, here's the press release for Firewall Ultra," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's great. Is the key coming?" And they're like, "Oh no, we're not giving you a key. That we're not in charge of that. It's a Sony game. Sony's in charge of keys." Well, number one, that's bullshit.
That's not how that works.
If they want to get now, Sony is in charge of it, but if they wanted to give keys out, they could go to Sony and get the keys. Trust me, we do this. If they needed to get keys, they could have got keys. If a game company is afraid to give out the keys or allow creators to review games before embargo lifts, that's a problem. You know what I mean? That means they're hiding something. And then look, this game launches with problems. So I don't know. To me, it's like it's just bad news because that means they have something to hide. They want pre-orders and they're afraid of their your favorite creator like GT. If you go to GT to get reviews and he doesn't get access to the game to tell you it's a bit of a mess, don't go buy it yet. Wait till it's better, and you go buy it early because you don't know any better. That's a problem. Now, again, they don't have to do that. They don't have to give access. I get it. It's up to them whether they do it or not. But remember this next time you're going to go buy a title. If you don't see any reviews out there and your favorite creator says, sorry, I would love to review it, but they didn't give me access to the game until the day of launch or till right after launch, be wary and don't go buy it. And then they'll know. Then they'll know later maybe they should, number one, make their game right. And number two, they shouldn't be afraid to have somebody do a review.
Agreed.
Yep. Jay Brat says this is why a lot of devs don't allow pre-release reviews. They need a patch day one. Again, if you're afraid of your game, if you're that afraid of your game that you're worried about a creator saying don't go buy this game because it's a janky mess, then guess what? Your game's a janky mess. Fix it. That's what you should do. Don't worry. Don't be worried about the creator. Worry about the game and go make it right. Otherwise, you're kind of taking people for their money.
Yeah, and then you're getting bad press. You're getting a crap load of bad reviews now. Like it's not a win-win, right?
Yeah.
And Virtual Steve says, "I want Firewall to be amazing because I couldn't get a refund."
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to mention because with PlayStation you can't get refunds unless you don't download it, right?
Yep.
There's no time
Bullshit.
period. Like with Quest, you can play it for 2 hours or up to 2 hours. With
Right.
Sony, you hit that button, it's yours.
It's yours. You get it forever, no matter what.
No
Yep.
take backsies.
No takebacks.
So without, again, I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm not saying the game is good. I have not played 1 minute of it yet, and but I will tomorrow, and I'll let you know. I'm just saying that I don't like when developers don't at least give some creators, not saying I have to give every creator, but give some creators access to take a look at the title beforehand. That's all.
Let's switch topics to another game that's coming out that you noticed at Gamescom. It's a platformer, one that I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
And I watched the trailer for it this afternoon because you told me about it, and I was like, "Well, shit, that looks cool."
Oh shit!
This game
It's called Max Mustard.
This game's gonna be awesome, dude. I demoed this game. Super cool. Run that trailer.
Looks good.
This is good. This is
What was the demo?
So this is from Toast Interactive, and if you guys have never heard of Toast Interactive, this is their first game from a while. So the developer behind this game is the same developer that made what, Todd?
I have no idea.
What? Really?
Do I know? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Oh yeah.
it's Ricky's Plank Experience.
It's not Ricky.
It's Ricky, damn it. No, it's
That's how they
Ricky's-
say it in Canada.
That's how we say it in Canada. That's right. It's Richie's Plank Experience, and it is named after one of the developers and the owner of the company, Richie.
Yeah.
His name's not Ricky, as I've been told many times.
Oh my God. I got a chance to meet him in person at Gamescom. He was there, and we're at this party, and he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "I love Crewcast. I listen to you guys all the time." And I'm like, "Holy crap, really?" Yeah. He's like, "Yeah." I got to tell you a story.
You didn't
I
tell
go,
him.
Yes, of course I did. I said, so I go, my channel partner, Todd, he absolutely loves your game. He puts people in it all the time. He shows like new people all the time how much he loved it. I said, your game's been out forever, but he wanted to do a video on it because he just loves it so much. I go, the only issue is he called it Ricky's Plank throughout the entire video. So we were talking about it. He was laughing.
I shot it all. I edited it all. I got it all ready. I uploaded it, and it wasn't until like someone commented that I realized it's not Ricky's Plank. It's Richie's Plank. I wasn't doing that all again. So if you want to see me screw it up, it's all over YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, it's so
It's
funny.
gonna stay there forever.
But yeah, I mean, this is their first game since Richie's Plank, which again, Richie's Plank is still a big success. People still buy the game to today. It's still really good, and it's a cool way to show people VR for the first time. But this game to me is a game, right? Like Richie's Plank is not technically
well, there's games
a
in
game. There's little mini games in
the
it.
fire extinguisher stuff's fun, and the painting's fun. It's a great game for new people to VR. It's perfect.
When
This is exciting.
Dude, when I saw the trailer, because the trailer actually dropped and went live during Gamescom, he showed us the trailer the night before the trailer it went live, and I'm watching it like on his phone, like at this bar, and I'm like, holy crap, this looks amazing. And he's like, you guys have a demo appointment tomorrow, right? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll be there at like 2:00 tomorrow. And me and Steven went and did the demo, and we got a chance to play 2 levels. And I think you guys know that I'm a huge fan of like Ven VR Adventure, Astrobot, and like Lucky's Tale. This is like all of those jammed into one with a cool, a cool hero character in Max. And there's all kinds of different things here. You've got Astrobot feel, you've got definitely a Ven feel in some of the way the puzzles, and you have to like get through the level, and you really have like the Lucky's Tale vibe with the way it looks. So
the way you jump around and you can move the camera around, looks like, and that looks cool.
Yeah. Yep, it's super cool. I'm looking forward to seeing more of this game. Like I said, I got to play a couple of levels, like mixed in levels, like a tutorial level and then a regular level. And really, really good. Skiba was blown away by this one, and we'll have more on coming on this one. I think hopefully soon. But yeah, I love that one. Was that our last trailer? I think.
No, we got one more little bit of news that an update that dropped today
Oh yeah.
for one of these favorite games. I don't know if it's
Ooh.
the favorite VR game, but
Oh, and I think we have a
probably
key to
the-
give away for this too, don't we?
We do, yeah. We're saving the wheel for this last key.
Yeah.
But
D,
Light
you want to?
Brigade.
I was gonna say, do you want to talk about this update? This is
You
your
can
favorite?
talk about the update though, yeah.
The Light Brigade. Oh my god, it was fun. I only got to play it for a little bit today. I wanted to see what new stuff I can come across, but Crossfire kind of took up a chunk of my time.
Yeah, I get that.
But they've added like boosts. There's new levels. I came across a golden
Golden.
militia hat.
Ooh.
Where it'll block your next 3 shots, I think.
Really?
Oh yeah. I came across a new level.
There's 2 new character
there's-
classes too, right?
There is a new engineer class, an
Engineer and
unlockable player class that deploys pilotable drones, wields a new rapid-fire MP35 machine gun.
Oh
Yep.
damn.
2 new guns too. Yeah.
There's the
All
new
sets of classes too.
breacher class,
Nice.
a new unlockable close-range shotgun player class, wields the heavily requested Winchester 1897 shotgun. Did you try that?
No, because you have to unlock those after sniper level, and I've been
Oh, wow.
playing on Steam.
Oh, after sniper level.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
I haven't unlocked everything on Steam. So I
Right.
gotta work my way up.
There's also new tactical items. Tons of new items to discover in the world, including injectable boost syringes, equipable
Ooh.
defense helmets. Those are those helmets you're talking about.
Yep.
Drinkable canteens, flare guns to summon ally resistance or assistance.
Wow.
That's cool. And
Yeah.
smokable cigars.
What?
What? That's
Dude.
cool.
I saw a little clip of that. I don't know exactly what it does, but yeah, I saw a clip of it.
Well, sounds like I'm going in the Light Brigade this weekend too. I'm gonna be
Right?
busy.
There's
I might
also new.
stream that Saturday afternoon.
Cool. There's also a new handcrafted battleground.
Nice.
New handcrafted levels integrated between existing procedurally generated stages allows for a more interesting variety of runs. That's cool.
Hell yeah.
A new shooting range, perfect your shots and accuracy while competing in various mini games. And customizable runs, setup runs with unique modifiers and enemy spawns for the hardcore players who want an extra challenge. Wow,
Wow.
that's a whole lot of updates.
Yeah. And
Paul
I don't-
Fennessy says, "Is this on PlayStation VR 2 also?" It is.
The update is everywhere,
and all the platforms.
all the platforms. I got a little trailer video here that kind of summarizes all the updates. Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dude. Ugh.
Super cool.
Funktronic. Who doesn't love Funktronic?
Funktronic Labs. Yeah. There you have it. So let's spin the wheel and give away a key to Light Brigade.
Yeah, Chris Oakes said, I think I'm going to go buy this game. But Chris,
You should.
you might win this game right now.
You might win it right now.
Yeah. I don't know how long ago they added this, but you know that sun run that they have?
Yep.
It used to be a max of 20 levels, but now it's up to 50.
Oh.
Wow. No way.
Oh, John, my goodness, God, you're a little too late. Jay Brat.
Oh, Jay Brat.
Jay Brett going in and winning a key to Light Brigade.
Congratulations, Jay. Jay could very well give that key to his own community. He has a great community, great
Absolutely.
Discord. So I'm sure I know he already has the game. So Jay, if you want to please accept that key on our behalf, and pass it along to your community, Jay, or you can respin.
Jay says respin it.
Well,
There you
hold
go.
on. Let me add another name in here then that just
Mhm.
popped in. So
Okay. Very nice,
the
Jay.
respin.
Very nice,
Yeah,
Jay, for the
you guys are
respin.
winning.
But congratulations, you almost won a key.
That's right.
Hold on, gotta add a game tiger in.
Nice. Oh yeah, well, I'll say that real quick. If you are listening and you're like, how do I become part of the wheel? You have to comment. So if you want to win and you want to be on the wheel, you have to say something in chat, like right now. Say hi. You can say, Jay Brat is awesome. You can say, go watch Full Dive Gaming Podcast. You can say Mickey Bear is like one of the coolest people ever.
Orland Hooper's Jack.
You could definitely
Orland
say
Hooper's
Orland
Jack,
Jack.
yo.
You could be D and say, yeah, she is.
Yeah, she does. I hate the sound of my own frickin' voice, dude. That's the just.
It sounds great, D. What are you talking about?
But I hate hearing it.
D hates her
I
own
hear it all
voice.
the. I hate. I have. Oh, these last 2 weeks have been so peaceful.
Philosic says Eric is so cool. I know you could say Eric is so cool. That's perfectly
Well,
fine.
no, take him off the wheel. What the fuck?
Paul Fennessy says Orland Hooper is Jack, yo.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think
There you go.
I think
All
you're
right.
caught up.
Yeah. No, that should be good.
All right. So for the Light Brigade, this is a Quest 2 key or Quest key for the Light Brigade. Let's try one more time.
Let's do it.
Uno más. Fourth wall breaker.
Very nice. Congratulations, Fourth Wall Breaker. That's awesome. Congratulations. Great game. Thank you to Funktronic for sending the key over. Thank you to Eddie who messaged me and said, hey, just want to give you a key for the community and just give you an update on the all the updates. So it's cool, man. And Virtual Steve says, you in Florida yet, Eric? I am in Florida. I am in Tampa right now. I'm staying at at my wife's cousin's house. They've been very nice to put us up for a few days. Signed the papers this morning for my new home. So we are official Florida owners, but I actually won't be moving in until 2 weeks from now, probably, or at least 10 days or so. So very soon. All right, I'm quickly losing my steam because it's been a long
I'm gonna be in
couple
bed
of
for a
days.
half hour.
I have
There you
one
go.
more. I have one more code to give away. Sorry, there was a
Okay,
bunch
well,
of these.
Well,
Nice.
hold on. I want to do one more thing. I want to talk about one more topic before you do that.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool topic. You guys know about Impact Reality. We are a PR and marketing firm. Myself and Skiva and Jasmine founded this company about a year ago. We've gotten very busy and very we've grown quite a bit over the year. Todd has come in and become part of Impact Reality. Wes has come in and become a full-time member of Impact Reality, and virtual VR Central and Wives Director has become a full-time member, as well as Elliot Tate from Flat to VR has become a full-time member of of Impact Reality, and we're moving into several different things, Todd. And one of the things I think we are going to be most proud of is a project that we're working on right now that we are going to announce to everybody tonight. And that is something that we think has been lacking in the VR space for a long time. And that is a media website for virtual reality news that gives you all the things you want from gamers. News, stories from gamers about games, about hardware, about the things that you want to see, about the things that you want to read. I give you, from Impact Reality, Todd, XR Update.
XR Update.
XR Update is a new website that we have just launched. And the editor-in-chief of XR Update, I am happy to announce, is somebody that I've wanted to see do this for a long time. And that is Wes Dillon from Virtual Strangers and Impact Reality. Because he's really, really fucking good at doing news and doing stories and writing. And that's where he really shines. And he will be the editor-in-chief, and you will see articles from some of your favorite content creators in the space. You'll see articles from other people in the industry. What are you laughing at?
I went like this when you said articles from other people. I might have written a couple.
Can we? Can you put the website up for us?
I've posted it a couple times in chat.
No, let's put it up on the screen right now.
Oh, sure.
So, guys, if you want to see, the things that you've been wanting to see, and for a news source, if things that you wanted to read, this is where I think you're going to be wanting to go, and that is going to be hell yeah, XR Update. And what you're going to see in here is you're going to see articles, and interviews and things that are going to be kind of written up off of some of our stuff. So you'll see like interviews that me and Todd have done that we've written. Todd has a couple articles that he wrote in here. I have a couple things I've written in here. We've asked several of your favorite content creators. Hopefully will be coming in and writing some things. You will see some top 20s Spylosics for sure.
For sure.
You're going to see, you'll probably see an article probably by Monday about Gamescom and some of the things that we saw maybe a little bit more in depth in a written article for Gamescom. So this is a VR XR news media site from people who play VR games and love VR games and love hardware and tech. So this is probably one of the most things that I think we will be most proud of, and I hope it's someplace everybody goes. So
I'm super stoked. It is so much fun to actually put my thoughts down on paper and to be able to even just pull information from our podcast and our great interviews. So some people just don't like YouTube and don't like listening to podcasts where the written word is still their main source of information. And to be able to get those types of things that we've done in the past and all the stuff that we're going to be doing in the future and be able to write it down and put it on a news source where we control what happens and what's out there for the people is freaking awesome.
Hey, Todd, everybody's saying they don't see the link in chat. Can you put it in
We haven't
chat?
seen one in there.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't see it in there. I just scrolled
I
back.
pasted it in 3 times. I just did it again. You don't see that?
No.
Nope.
Interesting. Am I muted in the channel?
No, try and type something else. Maybe you are. Did one of the mods time you out? Are you in trouble?
You see that?
Nope. Oh yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
So you see hello. Okay, let me drop it in Restream chat. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll work instead.
I wonder why it won't let you drop a link in YouTube. We must have it.
No links allowed in chat. What about that one? Do you see that one?
Yeah, that one.
There you go. That we saw.
Okay, good.
So yeah, click on that link, guys. Go to XR Update. Go check it out.
No one's been seeing all my click here to go to TikTok and give us a thumbs up.
Oh no,
Links either. I'm gonna dump that one in chat too. Click on that.
Cardi B says Todd's getting fired.
I saw that.
So yeah, we're super proud of this. I think you're going to be hearing some more about this. I think maybe we'll hear, tomorrow night, Virtual Strangers. I'd love to hear Wes talk about his involvement here. He's doing a really good job, and I can't think of any person better. Skiva and Jasmine and I, we couldn't think of a better person to get involved and kind of like become, the main editor in chief of XR update than Wes. I think you'll do an amazing job.
Mhm.
You'll
It's
see
nice
some
to have
art.
someone at the helm who knows what they're doing, right? So that we can, edit and draft articles of things that we may want up there, and then he's got the final say to be like, no, this needs to be fixed, or this is shit, or this is awesome, or whatever. So to have someone running the ship is like Wes is fantastic.
Hell yeah, absolutely. I love it. I think it's a great idea. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to writing some stuff. I do like to write some things from time to time. So, you will see some stuff from myself in there. You'll see some stuff from Todd, Jasmine, and some other people in the industry as well. So looking forward to this one. I think we're going to talk a little bit more about this too on next week's Impact Reality podcast as well. All right. That's XR update. Todd, go ahead and give away your last game, dude.
So I posted a thing on Barbaria a couple weeks ago because I think it's kind of cool that they've made it to the VR awards for Game of the Year.
No comment.
I know you don't have a comment. That's why I didn't ask you if I could do this. So I told you to write a comment on how you got into VR on our Facebook page, not on our Facebook group, but on our page. We're trying to get some more traffic to the Facebook page.
Nice.
And we had a bunch of people comment, so I'm going to pick a winner. I've never done it with this particular program, so bear with me as I hit this button and see what happens.
Man, what a great night of giving stuff away. I mean, we haven't given games like this many games away in a long time, or stuff. We got hats and
of course it needs to be
great games. Heck yeah. D, you're gonna write it. You're gonna write an article for some articles for XR update.
It's gonna be a really short article.
That's okay.
Do whatever I can to help out.
It says the winner's picked, but I don't know who it is.
Sanador the Game Tiger says, nice. Can read it at desk at work. Absolutely. That's what's going to be great about XR update. Some of the best stories of what's going on in the VR industry you're going to want to know about. Alex Kubokawa.
I think it's Alex Kubokawa.
Very nice. Congratulations, Kubo. Kubo 92.
Good job, man.
Heck yeah. Nice way to do that, dude.
Can I read his comment? Let me see if I can read his comment.
Yeah, read his comment.
There it is. Yeah, it says, my dad bought a Quest 2. I thought it was gimmicky, so I didn't buy one until about 6 months after that. I felt bad that he had to play by himself, and we've made some good memories in VR ever since. Well, I'm super glad that you won now.
Hell yeah, dude. That is an awesome story. I love hearing these stories, man. How people came into VR is one of the best things about virtual reality. I love it. D, that's your first article.
I'll get right on it.
Don't tell me, tell Wes.
Oh yeah, editor-in-chief.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Well, guys,
congratulations there, Alex.
Yeah, congratulations. I think that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Next week, back in my studio for the last time ever. Don't miss that show. From my New York studio for the last time ever. And then I break it down as soon as that show is over and put it in a U-Haul. And the show after that, you'll see me in my new studio, man. This new studio is awesome. I cannot wait to set this thing up. I'm going to have like double the space I had before, double the ceiling height. There's going to be so much more things I can do with it now that I'm really looking forward to. So, So
quick shout out to Bounce Shot. There's a Bounce Shot tournament happening this weekend where the grand prize is a Quest 3, I think.
Man, Quest 3 is for everybody.
I don't know, something big. They're giving away something big.
Nice. Quest 3 is good. All right, that's cool. All right, D, you got anything you're going to stream Bluebell says, D, how you going to stream on Twitch or game on Twitch or something?
Maybe I'm thinking Saturday because it's been a minute. So Saturday, yeah, early-ish, maybe.
Cool.
I'll figure it out sometime Saturday because
All right. You stream on Twitch, flat or VR, and then you come play with me, and we'll stream like something else.
Crossfire Sierra Squad.
Crossfire, yeah.
Let's do it. I'm down. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate it. We will see you next week at our new old time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
See you guys.
New old time.